put on like
in Florida.
Okay.
What? He actually laughed.
she was
Wow.
like, they don't think that I'll leave the meeting. And then she left the meeting.
Maria uninstall Zoom again.
I highlighted leave meeting with my mouse and I was going to jokingly say leave meeting. And then Brain was like, you need to click this button. And I did.
Love it.
Perfect. 10 on 10.
Now we're all really red, so
Oh, wait, I have to manually start my video. What is this?
Oh.
Okay.
That happened.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Tales from the Forgotten Troop. If you're
dying,
enjoying what we do, there are many ways to support the show. We have a Beacons page with all of our affiliate links, which is either in Twitch chat or the About section or the YouTube description if you're watching the VOD. You can get stuff from Hero Forge or Zenny Optical or Humble Bundle or Epic Water Filters or other stuff we might have. I don't know anymore.
We have merch too.
We have merch on our Redbubble. We have a coffee page where you can make a one-time donation or become a member to get access to exclusive bonus content. You can follow us on social media to get updates about the show or join our Discord where stuff happens. You can also get notified of when we go live if you want more forceful notifications. That is, I don't know.
if you want aggressive notifications, please join our Discord.
Assuming you don't mute the notifications, then they'll be less aggressive. There'll be passive notifications. There'll be notifications.
They're passive aggressive notifications, actually.
But if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, you can catch us on Sundays weekly at 7 p.m. Eastern. Yes. And if you haven't liked or subscribed on YouTube, you should.
It's
what
free.
are you even doing with your life?
It's free.
Do it now.
It's free real estate.
Right
for
now.
Your subscription feed.
Hit the bell now. Right now.
Sure.
That'd be nice.
I'm
They're not paying you to
I
be
can't
mean,
help
so you
it.
have to
Yeah,
be
they're
nice.
not paying us to be mean.
Are you sure? They could be paying us to be mean.
They're
You can give us money and
rude.
we'll be mean if you want.
We'll take
Just
a
saying.
poll into Discord.
You can pay me to just stop talking for a while.
By my silence, in a literal sense.
Buy my silence temporarily. It'll never be permanent unless you set up recurring payments directly to my bank account.
Capitalism.
Prices
take
are
PayPal.
negotiable, but there will be a minimum monthly requirement. I don't know.
We'll figure out prices later.
We should have everyone introduce themselves and their characters. And the question I have this week is if your character was I don't know how to word this. If your character existed in in modern day 21st century, whatever, had a smartphone, what would be the most used emoji on their phone?
Oh, I'll go first. I'm Tess. I play Valkyrie, or Sylvia, aka Valkyrie. And she would definitely be using the kissy emoji the entire time to flirt with people. Let's be honest.
We know what Valkyrie's here for.
Yes. She would be an influencer and totally using her power to milk all the poor suckers out of their money.
Yes.
She'd also have an OnlyFans. We know this.
Only face.
Absolutely.
Only face.
I'll go. I'm Brianna. I play Cynthia, otherwise known as Echo. And if Echo had a smartphone in the 21st century, her most commonly used emoji would probably be the smirking devil or imp emoji.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Also 'cause
It matches
it's
her
purple.
colors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey.
I think I'll go next year. Assuming I won't die laughing again. Sorry. All right.
Muffins.
I am Mr. Crow, alternatively just Crow, or Laughing Maniac tonight, I guess. I am playing Joe Hatathli, aka Watchdog. I think I kind of have two answers for this, assuming that there's like a team chat, like text chat, and like a Joe text chat. I think Joe would be using the cowboy.
The
The
Just
little smiley with
little
the cowboy hat.
face. Okay.
With
Yep.
the cowboy hat.
Howdy.
He would use that in place of a normal smile every single time.
Aw.
And as for Watchdogs,
Can he operate a phone with his
Pause.
paws?
yes, but I feel like he has to text very slowly.
He would have a BlackBerry and like have to use one
He
single
just-
claw.
I was gonna
to,
say he just like sticks out a pinky and then does like the flat of the pinky.
Yep,
Mhm.
just like-
He used to get the cool gloves so that he can.
Oh my god.
But I think just for like the sheer number of times it would have come up, it's probably the like shocked face, just the, like the throw face. Just with how many times things have come
Sure.
up where it's just like, it's me.
Sorry, I love Charlie's expression right now.
What?
That's not what I'm saying.
There's a weird energy in this day tonight.
Yep.
I think we've all had a week. I've had a week.
It's
Wait,
been a
we've
week.
all had a week.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Roxy would do the.
I thought you were about to say, I don't know. I don't think we've all had a
I didn't have a week. I didn't exist this week. It was fine. No, it was a week for me too. The eyeball emoji, just like what?
The eyeballs?
Yeah.
eyes emoji.
Yeah. I couldn't find a
Okay.
motorcycle emoji, so
Really?
I feel like she just doesn't entirely understand emojis. Like if there
found a
was,
motorcycle
she wouldn't
emoji.
really understand emojis, so she wouldn't have like she would just want to do a motorcycle emoji every time. But
Or she
There is
only
a
communicates
motorcycle
in
emoji,
Yeah, I
but
just found one.
like,
what?
Yes.
Do you have an iPhone?
yeah.
No,
No.
No, I don't have an iPhone, so
it's
Oh.
on the. I have one on the
I have an Android.
keyboard.
I have a I'm used I'm Maria. I play Elena, and she would use. I'm having a hard time picking. Probably like it looks like the old school XD smiley face, like it's laughing.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
She would probably use that one a lot, or like the thinking face anytime Echo's texting her something that sounds like it requires thought, and she's just like with Roxy and was like, not gonna
Same.
think about that.
Sounds
Same.
sus, but okay.
Daddy, what's wrong?
Horse invasion.
there is in fact a motorcycle one, so she would just respond to everything with a motorcycle emoji.
Only
And everyone would be like,
motorcycles.
that doesn't even make sense. And she'd be but motorcycle.
Sylvie
What do you
totally
mean it totally makes
responds
sense?
to everything Watchdog sends with the wolf emoji.
Yes.
All of us do.
Hey guys, on my way. Wolf, 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 wolf.
Wolf in
Motorcycle.
chat. Wolf in the chat.
Let's go out for drinks Friday. Oh, wolf, 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 wolf.
Motorcycle.
Wolf,
Wolf on a motorcycle.
And then one day, mysteriously, Watchdog is no longer in the chat.
He just mutes it.
Just
Do we
leaves the
have
chat without any preamble.
an awoo emoji in the Discord?
We needed a woo
Yes, we
emoji.
do need it.
I will create a woo emoji.
Thank you.
Show your
A woo woo.
A woo woo.
Snoop.
A woo woo emoji.
Oh, the horse is here.
Maybe
Patty
visited by
the
a snoot?
horse. I like
Lord.
how the last stream that Maria did was just like the last little bit was just her holding.
Oh, yeah, because Blondie wanted to be held.
yeah.
Okay.
Void a witch cat from the void.
Yes.
Yep.
Emerging from the easy living symbol.
Yes.
Void cat.
Well, Previously on Jukebox Justice, our comic book flips open and we see Joe standing in front of a mailbox, dropping a signed and sealed letter inside that joins several other letters that are going to be making their way through the mail system. He returned to his dorm and gathered up some of his things before heading back to base where the rest of the team was taking a nap. Eventually, everyone woke up, had some food, and discussed Elena's disappearance and everything that Elena had missed while she was gone. They didn't get too far into things before an alert went off and they had to deal with a new villain by the name of Pastacholi, who was just flinging that fettuccine everywhere.
God.
But he didn't put up much of a fight as he was slammed through the front window of a restaurant, and Roxy knocked down a pillar and uncovered a possible new ability of hers. It's unclear. The jury's out, but TBD. The team then reconvened.
My
at the base.
panic power.
Slams the panic button. Things just start fusing together.
God.
Super weird. But then the team reconvened at the base to clear the air of some of the more recent tension that had been building between members of the team and figure out what their next move was. Ultimately deciding that they should try and carefully and discreetly case Rook Labs before making any more bold, forthright moves. And a new mystery was added to the mix in the meantime as the team was headed out of the base, and Joe, or Watchdog, bringing up the rear, caught the faintest scent. I caught the faintest scent of pine as he was leaving the base, and asked if it was someone named Blindside. We got no response, so I forgot to open the Roll20. Give me just one little moment here as we start the session so I can add a team to the pool.
Do I need to say my reminder, or is it just an unspoken thing at this point?
Use some team!
I will gleefully do so.
We keep trying to use the team.
Yes,
not
You
like
gotta
we're not
actually use
giving
it
it
for
the-
things it's useful for.
Yeah.
not just everyone actually
I just want to
selfishly
use it for not useful things too.
drive those wedges in even more.
Yeah.
Please, cause drama.
I would use it for drama. That seems like a valid way to use it.
I mean, that is something you can use it
I
for.
have potential plans for drama.
Oh,
Me
Let's
too!
cause problems.
How
Let's
serendipitous.
cause problems.
Charlie's heard all of them.
Loading so slowly.
Do the dial-up noises.
screeching.
I just open my mouth and then have the dial-up sound play in the
Oh,
background.
no.
It's
This
the
is so
dial-up
funny.
pterodactyl. Everybody, it's fine.
You have to pray to the internet pterodactyl to get internet. That's how it works.
That's how it worked
Apparently,
in
the
the 90s.
internet pterodactyl is very angry because that's the third transformer that's blown up in my neighborhood.
Oh boy.
It's
Well-
Somebody overloading the grid or something?
I guess.
It's probably fine.
Someone hacked into the grid.
The hive mind's overloading
I'm in.
everything.
So adding a team to the pool, there's now 6 team. In the pool.
16.
6 team.
16.
Yes. So let me take my sweet ass time
You do you.
and
We support you.
I don't know if you should.
Okay.
I mean, we
screw
could
you, I
just
guess.
leave meeting.
Yeah. Leave meeting.
Maria
That
already
works,
did.
apparently.
I'm sorry, Maria. That was so funny.
And then my brain just wouldn't let me stop.
I've had those
It's
moments
depressing.
myself where it's just like, oh, button, push.
Yeah.
Button good.
Yes.
Okay. So you You're in the tunnels. Watchdog is just got sweet scent, sweet whiff of pine.
It's like one of those little pine tree air fresheners.
Question.
Yes.
This
sure.
is in the tunnels and not in the base?
He
Or
caught
it was in the base as he was leaving?
caught the scent as he was stepping into the tunnel from the base.
Okay.
So, yes, what would you like to do?
Apparently we were all
Something
You're
stupid.
out.
Headed towards Rook Labs.
Rook Labs.
Yes.
Cynthia will start leading the way there. Unless anyone has objections.
Vroom, vroom. We're doubled up on the bikes, right? Because I didn't have my bike, so I was riding with Cynthia and
I'm riding
Selena's
with
riding with
Valkyrie.
Sylvie.
And Joe was running along. Or Watchdog was running along. Sorry.
Yep.
I find it very funny that it's specifically my character we have the most issue with that when it's specifically my placebooks thing that these are two separate identities.
I feel like we've been doing pretty well. My brain is like, nope, not today.
We're all fried this week.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Extra sizzle.
Deep fried jukebox justice, folks. Buckle in.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We were weird last week. I'm just waiting to see what happens this week.
Their turn
Cool.
of Pasticcioli.
Oh no.
No. Sylvia will eat him if he comes back.
Pasticcioli
I
Does
mean-
he taste like pasta?
Pasticcioli
know
to
this.
the Raviolution.
No.
Boo.
Leave meeting.
I don't know. Does that count as junk food?
Patty, honey, don't
Is
do
he
that.
not good for me?
Yeah,
Too.
not necessarily
Electric
junk
Like,
food,
probably
but a
has
lot
high
of carbs.
cholesterol or something. All that butter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we
Butter
just
and
throw him
pasta.
through the portal instead. He'll be fine.
Just feed him to the
Fine.
Fae.
Introduce pasta to the Fae if they don't have it
Yes.
already.
It's not like that portal's already causing trouble.
Yeah,
or
of course they
anything.
do. Their specialties.
Oh no.
Fettuccine.
No!
Oh,
He's
No.
bleeding.
Charlie must be stopped.
we're putting a note on his back: murder with extreme prejudice.
Oh my god. In any case, Echo's leading the way. If
I shouldn't be in
the
charge.
Rook Labs.
Yes. Game. Rook Labs.
Sure.
Ta-da!
You're there. I believe you were going to stop in the tunnels first, right?
We were taking the tunnels there to sort of. The first goal was to, well, underground, see if we could have Watchdog listen in to see if the walls are thin enough that we could get a sense of any underground complex.
I
If you're
believe
still
that
cool
was
with
the
that.
idea.
Mhm. You guys are just
Oh,
precious.
All right. So, I'm assuming this is going to be an Unleash Your Powers.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say so since we've sort of established you have heightened senses.
I don't really think I've ever tried listening through, like, stone and walls before, though. At least not intentionally. I don't know. Up to you.
Sure, we can do that. We can do an Unleash Your Powers.
I don't have any bonuses to this, and I don't think I've got a minus to this. No. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Well, that's a 5.
ooh.
I will throw this out there. Everyone's present though, and everyone can chip in a team.
I
I'll
could, but it
chip
would
in a
cause more drama
team.
if I didn't. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
I'll chip in a team by, in Echo's case specifically, we're gonna say attempting to telepathically poke some feelers out to see in the general direction we should be listening.
Okay. Okay.
Roxy is quietly telling him he's doing a good job listening.
Giving him ear scritches.
And giving ear scritches.
I don't know if I necessarily say you can help in that way.
I'm
I don't
not
think the
doing
ear
it for
scritches would-
mechanical benefit, just for moral support.
For
Fair,
ear
okay.
scritch benefit.
So, who else is helping then? Who else would be able to help? Because you would need 2 people to help.
I can. I don't know how easy living would be as helpful. She doesn't really have super senses.
I'm trying to think if
Reduce the
Sylvie...
density of the wall.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't have any ideas of how Sylvie can help. So
All right. If it fails, it fails.
Can we crumble the wall?
I think we're trying to avoid doing that.
When aren't we breaking something? Let's be real.
I'm trying to think if I can figure out a way to biokinetically enhance something.
You put your seaweed
Can I
in his
try?
eardrums?
Can I try and biokinetically enhance Watchdog's ears temporarily? Charlie?
This is a very interesting thought. Sure, why not?
Can you give him puppy ears? Like a real wolf?
Yeah.
Because they do hear better because they have like the, you know, like how cats can like swing their ears around and they
Wait, what kind of ears does Watchdog have now?
holes
I mean,
in the
it
side
is-
of his head.
It's sort of like
Bird
a
ears.
halfway between like wolf and human ears, where it's like human positioning, but it is like the wolf ears, sort of like off the side of the head.
Wait,
They
what?
just grow
You
longer.
told me you didn't
Yeah.
have puppy ears.
Well, he doesn't, but like
Longer and
they
probably
still
a
look
little
like-
more
they're still mostly flesh.
shell-like to like encapsulate
Yeah.
sound.
Mm-hmm. So then he can stick it to the side of the wall. you
You're
know?
probably
Would
really
you-
not gonna like me.
Would you
Like-
like to mark a condition, or I can tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary?
Oh, I just got rid of all these conditions, though. Unstable or temporary. I
Okay.
just got rid of most of these. I don't want to have to get rid of them again.
Yeah, we'll go with temporary because you are having, since a lot of this is because you have teammates who are pouring their own abilities into it to sort of enhance what you already have going on.
Mhm.
It's not something that can be obviously maintained forever.
Just a whole lot of like mental white noise on top of trying to absorb all the sounds I'm hearing.
Yeah. And I will say that you probably hear the faint sounds of some like machinery working, but can't pick up anything else.
Hearing machines, but I mean, this is a big city. This could be supposed to be there.
All right. In that case,
What-
Echo's going to. Oh,
I was gonna say, what type of machinery are we talking? Like the fine-tuned hum of like an electrical machinery, or are we talking like something more like cogs and gears? Like how heavy are we looking? Like, can he differentiate?
I'd say whatever it is, you can definitely tell is larger in scope. So not like the hum of a refrigerator, but more definitely some sort of heavy machinery.
Okay.
It's something heavy, like mining gear or something.
Okay. Given that, Echo's going to sort of reach out again telepathically in that direction, but searching for any thoughts, people that might be down here, if any.
You reach through this, like the wall and the stone and whatever is blocking your path, but do not find any like thoughts or mind to connect to. There's nothing there to latch onto.
I don't sense anybody. Could mean there's no one there, could mean it's just the wrong spot. But
I mean,
I
we're
don't-
like right under Rook Labs, right?
wasn't the goal getting more like next
Probably
to...
like next to it, parallel to it. Because I imagine that, at least how I picture it, the tunnels follow either the placement of sewer pipes or roads. So instead of like trying to navigate around buildings that might have basements, it follows a pretty safe area that doesn't have a lot of other potential traffic that could affect it or cause it to be uncovered.
All right, that tracks. Well, we want to learn more. Either we go topside or try to find some other thing around here. Though if we go topside, I'd prefer not to pop up right next to the lab, since that's probably a terrible idea.
No, it's a great idea.
Echo, do you know what
Do something
specifically
stupid.
this lab is supposed to be researching?
Does Echo specifically know what this lab is supposed to be researching?
Completely
It's
legal things.
it's one of I'd say there's probably like a small conglomerate of well-known labs in Halcyon City, so it's, I sort of imagine similar to Barnett Industries, where they have different areas of focus. So it could be technology, it could be more just like general science along the lines of molecules and cells and
Yeah.
finer aspects of like biological sciences, probably studies in developing chemicals, not like chemical warfare, but
Yeah.
like
'Cause I
pesticides
was-
and stuff.
I was thinking that if they were known for doing like smaller like cell cultures and stuff along those lines, heavy machinery might not really track with what we're expecting to hear from them as well.
They
Could
have
also be an
lot of
underground generator
specialties.
of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it could be that this guy has left his human experimentation days behind him, but I tend to doubt that.
Well, I mean, if there are more people getting tested on, would Calamity and Rampage and Tempest know about it? Like, would they be
Doesn't
trying
seem
to...
likely. The level of secrecy this sort of thing happens at, they gave me the impression they were out of the program that changed them for a while now.
I thought that they were getting like all tested on and stuff in the military.
But
Maybe
the
that's
scientist
different
guy,
than here, right?
maybe. But the
Okay.
scientist, fucking Benson,
Fucking
who,
Benson,
Fucking
yeah,
Benson.
that's his
fucking
name.
Benson, was working with the military at the time from what I remember.
But
It
like
could
now
be
he
he
has a
still
new
has-
job in the private sector.
Maybe he might
Ah.
still have those contracts.
Oh.
I mean, after the war, the defense and industry kind of reached out to each other and kept a lot of these agreements going.
Okay. So
And you
should we
know, when you have a
sneak in or
scientist who
just-
knows your secrets, you don't really let them go easily.
Well, yeah, or you like put some concrete shoes on them and like throw them off the pier.
You'll know.
No.
You'll know fucking Benson's still alive.
Right. Well, obviously they didn't do that to him. I'm just saying that that's another way that sometimes they might deal with that.
That's how very
Yeah,
specific for people
yeah.
to live with that. Yes, that is true.
Why would you? All right.
Watchdog, remember how I told you we were going to discuss certain things later? This is one of those things.
God.
Because concrete shoes are really heavy, and then you sink to the
I-
bottom and you drown and die.
I got that, Mouse. I'm more wondering why you, of all people, are bringing that up.
Oh, I wouldn't
Also,
do that. I'm saying that maybe if they wanted them to stay quiet, they might do that.
All right.
I'm not the military.
I don't think that's the
That's true.
military's usual method of
Oh
eliminating
yeah,
people.
it's more like bang bang.
Yeah, bring you outside,
Or
shoot
or
you.
the car bomb,
Oh yeah,
Or
yeah.
that.
the accident.
Oh no.
Then
he
again,
was
if I
hit by
was-
an enemy. Bang,
It's a
bang.
house fire.
If I was
Oh,
with the
no.
military and I wanted to make it look like the mafia, for instance, did it, I might use concrete shoes, but that seems unnecessary. Also, Benson's
Yeah.
still alive. So,
This
Are
is
you
all
guys
hypothetical.
okay?
no, why do you ask?
Sylvie's just making notes and thinking how there are so many simpler ways to make someone disappear.
Valkyrie
I have a
just
whole
turns him into like a
portal
water
for
rat or
this.
something.
I just tossed them in my closet. Problem solved.
Yeah.
There's not even a body then. It's fine.
Back in the Well, we're not
I'm
learning
perfectly
anything
fine.
more
I was
down
just
here for the
saying.
moment.
Yeah.
Like Valkyrie said, this is a we will discuss it later situation.
I didn't realize we were actually going to be discussing something. I kind of took that as a threat.
No, that was a promise.
That's not better.
You do phrase them in semi-indistinguishable ways.
It's probably a faith thing, you
Okay,
know?
let's get up top. This conversation's.
It's starting.
Right.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
head for like
Echo's
2
gonna
blocks down.
2 blocks down,
Mhm.
somewhere that'll come up maybe near a building that's scalable that has a pretty good view of the labs themselves.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Okay.
Hmm?
I mean, even if there's not one like right next to it,
Yeah.
you can certainly find your way to something across the street that you can get up on top of.
Works for me.
What's this building actually like looking like? Is it just like a dinky little like office building looking deal, or is this like one of those glass monolith looking things?
It's not like a glass monolith. I'd say it's probably 3 floors, and takes up a good portion of the block. It's definitely a bigger building, heftier. Has windows, but it's not in the style of something you'd see today, where it's just like all glass from top to bottom. There's definitely some more stones and everything. More brickwork. And there is like 2 large double doors on the front of the building that have the Rook Labs logo on them, which is really just in very like chunky text, Rook Labs. And there's probably a smallish sort of like fenced in area to keep anyone from just wandering in and going, like walking around the building. So it's got some measure of security where it looks like there's an initial guard posted at the fence to see who is coming and going.
Are there
check
any
badges.
vents or ingresses into the building?
I say you don't see any from your current position.
Okay.
But you also have, considering the size of this building, a sort of limited view without getting around the sides and getting closer.
Does it seem like relatively active? Like, are there a lot of people going in and out, or is it just like pretty quiet?
It's fairly quiet right now, but it is later, so you do see there are some windows that have lights on, so some offices or labs, but the glass is, I don't know if necessarily like frosted is the right word, but has a,
Or like that
it's like
carnation
tinted,
deal?
Yeah.
so you can't see through.
Mhm.
So you can tell there's
Okay.
a light on inside because there's some illumination, but you can't see what's going on.
Or like a
That's rude.
frosted deal. Okay. Okay.
How are we supposed to spy on them if we can't see inside?
Well,
I could see inside,
What?
Oh.
or I could try and get inside,
Oh, you could go in as like a little glitter mouse,
or a moth, or
or like a fly, or like, yeah, a bee. You could sting Benson as a bee.
I'd like to take a moment to try and see if I can tell whether or not Benson is in the building. Because it's nighttime at this point, right?
Yeah, it's late.
All right. Yeah, I want to see if I can
You've
figure
all
out.
had interesting day.
That's true. Yeah, let's see if we can figure out Benson's in there.
Okay. Are you going to just try and extend your telepathy to see if you make contact with his mind?
Yes. Trying to poke him in the brain. But not poke him. I'm trying to see if I can
Give him
steal
a
his
bee
brain.
string on the brain.
Okay.
I support
I-
this.
I feel like this falls under unleashing your powers since you don't
All right.
know if he's in there and if he is, where he might be.
From last episode's fireside chat, I believe I have a +1 forward to casing Rook Labs.
Yes.
that is correct.
All right. So rolling with that and Freak for Unleash Your Powers.
Yep.
Yeah, not so much. That is a grand total of 4.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how to
that'll help
enhance
with
this
Yeah,
one.
I was gonna say I don't know how to help that with team.
I don't think there's a negative effect for if you fail, it's just a failure. At least according to Unleash Your Powers.
Yeah, it's pretty much just
It just doesn't work.
womp womp.
I did get Smart Potential, I believe, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is correct. You mark potential as normal. You I'd say you try and extend your senses to like mentally map out the interior of this building, but in doing so accidentally open yourself up to a lot more information than you were expecting. So there's a lot of unclear just mental chatter that you immediately get from whoever's in the vicinity. I'd say it probably extends beyond just Rook Labs, and it's anyone who might be in the surrounding buildings or driving by on the street or like walking along the street.
Ah, God. Nope. And Echo's gonna fish some headache medication out of her utility belt and just like
So you
Always
probably
prepared.
you probably pick up a little like radio signals too.
I was about to say, I feel like there's 14 different people singing the same jingle inside
Yeah.
their heads.
like oh, that's a terror. That's gonna be stuck in my head now. Fuck.
No.
It's the-
Mr.
The
Sandman.
double mint.
Bring me
Man, me a sand. I'm
All right.
chronically online. This is true.
Do you
Well-
want me to turn into a bug and try and get in?
Do you have an escape plan for if it goes wrong?
Stay a bug.
Yell out telepathically to Echo, and then I'll just charge through the wall and
We
save
can.
you.
We can't hear you
Pheromone the
though.
shit out of everyone and then
Yes.
yell for you.
Ain't that fair? It's worth a shot if you're comfortable with it.
I'll try it.
And we above the table, we did establish that with the pendant you gave me, I am able to telepathically read your thoughts when
You can
are
read me. Yes.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, the
keep in
decryption
contact. I'll be monitoring you as you go. Tell me anything weird you see.
Okay. Hopefully I can try and get in.
See if I can find any cracked
Yeah.
windows, maybe,
Yeah.
or opened windows.
Yes. I think I'm gonna try Firefly, knowing that my glow will most likely be in the firefly, like the tail portion of the firefly.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll because this is significantly smaller than a lot of things I've done, or are you okay with me just going?
I think that's fair. Since you've mostly stuck with just animals.
But yeah, also
does
mammal or like
Yeah, it's not bugs with
Vertebrates,
yeah,
exoskeletons.
The first time you tried to turn into a bug.
oh fuck.
That's what?
I just said oh fuck because I just realized what my freak is right now.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oops. Sorry.
Negative.
Nope. That would be a 5 minus 1, so that would be a 4.
Uh-oh.
However,
Is there now like a Beetle, like a Volkswagen Beetle-sized firefly on the roof?
Not suspicious at all.
This is normal.
that
Totally fine.
I'm just imagining a very cartoonish, like you close your eyes and focus, and then you shrink down into this firefly, and your little light like sporadically blinks on and off for a couple seconds, and then there's this other little flash, and then you expand into like a tiger-sized firefly, and you just keep like expanding and contracting towards the tails, and you return
Yes.
to looking like Sylvie.
and then I'm like, nope. However, I mark a potential, and that clears my track.
What?
Clearly, in regards to the other thing we discussed.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, that was
I'd say
weird.
probably
Thing that
something that'll
happened.
take
Yeah,
some
that
preliminary setup.
My best
A
best
little more
plan
practice.
would be to
Uh-huh.
for me and maybe Watchdog to cause a distraction while you guys sneak in and like look at, but I don't know. That's probably a little
We
invasive.
might wanna
That's a little
try-
much, maybe.
a more quiet approach, go back, regroup, focus on maybe specific power sets for future reconnaissance missions.
I mean,
Practice
I can give it
turning
a
into
shot. I make no promises about what I might be able to hear, but let's see what I pick
Okay.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
we could go up to the windows and you could listen.
Maybe not right to the windows.
Yeah.
Like near the windows, and then if anybody asks questions,
Let's-
there's just like a werewolf outside. That's totally normal, right?
Let's try listening from here first.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, hush up. This is gonna be a little harder than the wall. I'm gonna try to
You can do it.
listen across the street.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. I will say I feel like this is, since you're not trying to listen through concrete basically, Probably more in line with your usual skills, unless
Okay.
you would like to roll for unleash your powers again.
I'm fine. I'm whatever you say.
It's a big no. And you probably hear the like more immediately first your senses stretch out and you land on the little guard post outside by the fence and probably hear just the static crackle of the radio playing like a little radio show. Now it also gives similar effect to what Echo had, where you just pick up this jingle and it's like, oh god, this is gonna be so fucking annoying that I stuck in my head. And then extend your senses a little bit more and probably first catch sound of someone inside the building whistling, and you hear presumably same jingle. Probably hear the sound of a wet mop getting slapped onto the floor and pushed around, so you get that nice like wet squelching sound. And probably hear the tinkling of something against glass, and I'd say like a small muttering of measurements under their breath, like, okay, I need 3 milligrams of this, put that over there, and just a lot of like chemical names and things that probably go way over Watchdog's head because he's not a science guy.
Damn, that's a what?
Yeah, but I'd say that probably all you get.
Not picking up anything immediately incriminating. Same cat food jingle all over the place. Otherwise, sounds like they're cleaning up for the night. Somebody's putting something together. Couldn't tell you what. A whole bunch of chemicals.
Maybe this is a daytime kind of reconnaissance. Does Rook Labs do like lab tours? Sparna Industries occasionally does stuff like that.
Pretend to be college students looking for a tour.
It'll be fine.
Question for you. How much digging would Echo do into competitor labs? Like just a running base knowledge of competitor labs.
Echo, not much. Cynthia, yes. Mostly that's Catherine Steele though, because she's very paranoid. So I'd say broadly with your average competitor lab, Cynthia probably knows pretty much a solid chunk of the stuff that's public, maybe a few things that aren't, but not like corporate espionage levels or anything.
Okay. I will say they typically don't do tours, like public tours. Often if they've made a breakthrough, we'll occasionally do demonstrations. If there's like some sort of publicity thing or, reveal. I imagine that there are probably local research conferences that happen, so they'll go and like present at those. And like Barnett Industries would be there as well. So I'd say since you have done some digging, you would probably know that they will sometimes partner with universities, and those completing like specific science tracks can either do some like act as research assistants for some work, do some internships, get other sort of like tours and insights, maybe do some interviews for like to get a better understanding of how work in the field is actually done.
Okay.
Who owns the? We wouldn't know who owns the building, would we?
Probably not.
Should look and see who owns the building, and maybe if it's a certain bank, we can do a building inspection.
Well, possibly. I think for now, the best course of action is to hit the books, so to speak. There's a lot here I
Punch
feel
a
like we
novel.
don't know. What?
Go punch a novel.
Yeah. There's a lot here I think we don't know. And
That's true.
I'd like to do some research personally, dig a little bit more into Rook Labs, their finances, maybe see if there's a money trail somewhere. The kinds of things that they don't want you to see, but when you have a lab of that size, sometimes people get sloppy. Any additional thoughts? Other things we could do in the moment?
Really isn't
Sort
my
of
area.
breaking into the building, which
I
is
would
not
prefer
what
we
we
not.
want to do.
No, that's not gonna end well for us.
Should we maybe set up some sort of watch in regards to this building? I don't know.
I don't want getting caught near the building though might draw suspicion, especially if it's a continuous space
Mhm.
or they depending on how well they monitor things.
Good point.
I think for now, the smartest thing would just be for all of us to retreat for the moment.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we should follow that tether and find out where Elena's tether thing goes.
Oh god.
I forgot about that.
I'm concerned about this.
I vaguely
You can't still
remember.
see it, can you?
Can I still see
Oh.
the tether?
I was the one who could see the tether.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I need to re-roll for this, don't I? Or
Well,
Well,
can
no,
I
'cause
still
you-
see it?
the f-
Yeah,
the
I already
first
saw
time-
it once.
the first time you unleash your powers,
Yeah.
you're, I mean, just generally you don't have a constant vision of it, but like tapping into that same power set again,
Mhm.
and getting that weird like X-ray-esque vision going, you do see that there is a tether still connected to Easy Living's core. That just extends
The-
out and disappears.
The tether is still there and still extending to somewhere. I do have a question. Can I look at my just as a comparison to see if it's it's a different dimension type thing? Can I look at my own core using this site?
Yeah, sure. You get a look at yourself and you don't see any sort of tether or line
Tether.
or connection extending outwards.
Not like me just viewing my soul.
Yeah.
NBD.
Oh, so that's what my
Uh,
spleen looks like.
However, I would
I have
make
2 hearts.
note that who knows what Sylvie has. I would
Fey
make the note
biology.
that
Glitter.
Yes.
yes.
Do you really want to go there?
That while I examining myself and knowing that I'm not necessarily from this realm, it is not a cross realm tether because I do not show it. So it is potentially something else, unless there's something to do with me viewing myself.
It's a possibility. I'd say let's
Creates a
put
black hole.
let's put alternate realms in the possible but unlikely category for now, given that.
The maybe pile.
The maybe.
So it
My
really was the
best get-
future.
That's my best guess. It could also, in theory, be a parallel timeline, but given that Halcyon looked a little different, my guess would be the future.
What if it's
So,
it's the
that's concerning.
multiverse?
But that doesn't necessarily mean the future is static either.
Well, no. I mean, unless you unless you take as read that all our actions are predetermined, then there are ways to change it.
I don't predetermine anything. I just kind of wake up and do stuff.
We know.
Yeah. That's what I'd be left
Yeah.
This is not the face of a girl with a plan.
I'm not opposed to following the literal thread, but I think that the primary decision should be with easy living.
It could be a daytime project after we sort out this. She'll gesture vaguely towards the building. That seems a bit more pressing.
I'm not sure it's going to get sorted out anytime immediately.
But what if you get like taken again, like you just like disappear? I'd like to know where you're going so that I can come get you.
What if we follow the thread up until it reaches any of the city boundaries?
All right.
And then put a pin in it.
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Then tomorrow we get to throw each other at the junkyard, and I'm very excited.
Valkyrie, Watchdog, do you have current thoughts?
I mean, this magic shit ain't really my wheelhouse. I mean, and Watchdog kind of like bends over to where like Valkyrie gestured at where the tether was and just like sniffs the air. Does it have a scent?
Yes.
I sniff Elena's butt just to see if no, I'm just kidding.
No.
I mean, there's nothing out of the ordinary. You just smell Elena.
Just smells like easy living.
What does she smell like to you?
Mostly perfume. From what you told me, I think that's
she has very nice perfume.
It doesn't taste good though.
No, you're not supposed to eat it.
My God.
And I don't mean this the wrong way. I know that perfume smells great to you. I can actually smell what's in it. You don't want to know.
You can smell the
What
base
do I
compounds.
smell like?
I sniff it and I taste it in the back of my throat.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't
always
do
smell like
that. You're
motor
not
oil.
supposed to eat it. Sylvie just said, don't eat the perfume.
I'm not.
Then something
not eating
smells
it.
very strongly, so you can taste it.
That, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of get that for a lot of things.
Like mom's cooking.
Calamity, you always smell like motor oil.
When
Does
you
that
say-
smell better than the perfume or worse? What does motor oil
Differently.
taste like?
Don't try that.
When
Not good for you.
Watchdog confirms that sometimes if stuff smells strongly enough, you can taste it, Sylvie looks at him directly and like raises an eyebrow but says nothing in response.
He very pointedly avoids your look.
Eyes emoji, eyes emoji.
Well,
Yes.
sir.
Well,
we been,
then.
We've been getting a little intimate without realizing.
Anyway, Tether,
Terrified to ask, what do I smell like?
you always smell like you just cleaned yourself with alcohol. You always smell clean somehow.
I'll take it.
Burns the hairs in my nostrils.
I think it's the lab thing. I think the lab's just got that smell.
Fair. Maybe also the decontamination shower.
It does. The
Yeah.
shower does smell like that a lot.
But it gets anything off of you.
That's
True.
true.
But yeah, Tether.
Tether.
Where's
There's
that
a
even pointed?
Currently, which way is it? Which direction is it going?
As the opposite direction of Rick Labs.
Okay.
I don't know if that's north, south, either east or west. It's just the
I
opposite
will-
direction.
But literally or figuratively?
What? That I don't know what direction or
And it's not opposite direction from where we're focused. So Sylvia will just point and say it goes that way, following the line of the tether as accurately as possible, and vanishes into the distance.
Do we want to do this flying or walking?
Flying would be faster, but not everybody can fly.
That's fair.
Do we really want a big conspicuous glitter bird after what I did to the
And-
bay?
We should probably just take bikes, you know?
But they are down the tunnels, so that would be more efficient, probably. All right, so back down to the tunnels.
I
Yeah.
suppose so.
All right, we retreat down to the tunnels.
You enter the tunnels.
Ah!
You reclaim your bikes and can.
To the Bat Cave.
Pretty much.
Are you going back to the base or?
I think we're just reclaiming the bikes so we can follow the thread as best we can along the
Mhm.
tunnels
Mhm.
for now.
Okay.
Question: how does this work with Elena sitting behind me? Because I can't really see her core.
Well,
What
maybe
if-
she can ride on Cynthia's bike and I'll ride
Yeah.
on your bike.
Yeah,
And then I can be in front, and if you're in back, then we can
Yeah,
direct as
and-
we go.
if you're in my head, you can follow where I'm seeing it.
Yeah. You good, Charlie?
Hearing some weird noise. I think someone's hammering. I don't know. There's just like a.
At the
Oh,
sound.
your transformer is blowing too?
Well,
No,
it's
it's
cursed.
coming.
it's actually hailing here now.
Ah, would do
It sounds like it's coming from inside though.
Oh, well,
Hmm.
I can't speak
Hmm.
to what your neighbors are doing. They're
Internal
hailing.
hail.
Jumanji.
But it is hailing. I can hear it hailing outside.
I might have that if I was on the third floor, but I'm on the first floor, so
Yeah.
I don't know. It's stopped now, so I guess it's fine.
Okay.
Yes, you can follow this tether. I'd say you probably have to surface at some point, just given the nature of how the tunnels are constructed
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
way
that's
out of the
fair.
city. But you are, I mean, with the sort of setup, you're able to follow it relatively successfully. Always maintains that same sort of image of this line stretching forward in front of Elena and just like disappearing as it stretches on into the distance.
Does it thicken at all or get thinner as we move
Nope.
toward in the direction?
Nope. It just maintains its shape and its color.
Hmm.
And eventually you do reach the city limits, so to speak, and it hasn't changed at all and keeps going.
At the edge of the city.
Mhm.
We're up top by now, right?
Yes.
Shit.
I have a very a question in relation to, because Elena's from where originally?
Germany.
Is it in a German-esque direction?
Is the direction German?
Does it smell like sauerkraut at all?
And bratwurst.
It's
Or
the worst
Getting a craving for
direction.
pretzels.
Smells like dense
Yeah,
bread.
would it be like, could it be potentially connected to her homeland, judging by how it is?
The current direction it is pointed in is not towards Eastern Europe or Western Europe. Europe.
We're
Europe
Germany.
in general.
east coast-ish, yes, right now.
Yeah.
Yes. So you're pointed west.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh, okay.
Write that down. Write that down.
I am.
I'm actually checking something
West
because
of
I
the
just had a
West.
thought.
Interesting.
And it maintains a flat plane basically.
Hmm.
West. Like northwest or southwest?
Or is it like due west?
Or due west?
Westwardly.
East west.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
West. It's
Oh,
It's
that
going
makes
west.
sense.
It's a story based on the west side.
No.
Oh,
So- It's probably not like probably not distinctly any of those options, so it's not like due west. It's probably like west southwest, so in sort of in between.
Well, we can confirm you're not a compass. Not
I
one that
think
points
that's
north,
good to know.
anyways. But given that this seems to go past the city, this might be a put a pin in it situation.
A future scenario.
Okay.
Preferably when we acquire some sort of transportation that can actually quickly take us out of the city, rather than we don't have time for a road trip right now.
Yeah. Okay. What time are we meeting at the junkyard tomorrow?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. You gonna make it? Looks at Watchdog.
I'll be there.
All right.
Bright and early.
Awesome. I'll make muffins or something.
I'll help.
Alright. I will help by staying far away.
And keeping Sylvie occupied while I'm cooking.
Or that. We can make some
You
chaos
remember what
inventions.
happened to the toaster?
I do remember what happened to the toaster.
I miss that
Toasters
toaster.
should not generate fish spontaneously, but hey.
It
You
always
know-
made the perfect toast. Every
It
time.
did
And then
always.
it made perfect toasted fish.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Which-
was a little weird.
I think there was a perch last time. It was
Is
a
that why
perch.
Bertram doesn't want me in the kitchen anymore?
Perch. Bertram does not
That's
like
part
it.
of it.
Yeah.
Part of it.
It's like his space, you know. He doesn't want anybody to be in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Anyways.
Well, I'm going home.
Okay. Sylvie, you want to drop off Elena?
Yeah, I can drop off Elena.
Calamity, you want me to drop you off to get your bike?
Where's my bike again? Is that at work?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes,
The
because you
car's
took
at
the
home.
car.
The car's at home. The bike is at work. Yeah, I want my bike.
And I
Just in
should
case.
probably check in with Natalie, seeing as I've been gone for like 3 days.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we could always
get...
go street racing tonight too.
That's
Just
true.
saying.
Call me if you do.
We will. If we do, we'll let you know. No bike eating people again, please. That was
It was a
not fun
one-time thing. I'm sorry.
It was the bike's victory
Look.
lap. It deserves a little snack after all the work.
I'm not saying the guy
Has
didn't
to
deserve
refuel.
it, but
You're not wrong.
okay. You go smooth things over with Natalie. We'll go get the bike. Watchdog, I assume you probably want to get sleep before tomorrow, but if you want to come along, you're welcome.
Sleep schedule's kind of shot now, but
Is
Valid.
it because we slept all day?
yeah. Granted, it was needed, but
Well,
gonna-
what do you want to do?
it kind of looks west again.
Oh.
Sylvie, did it have a color? The tether?
I guess I'll look back at the tether. Charlie, what color is it? I assumed it was golden, and then
No, everything looks with this ability, everything looks black and white.
okay.
So it's like think of it like an actual like getting an X-ray done where
Oh,
solid
so
objects
yeah.
appear as like a bright white. So
Mhm.
that's what it looks like. It's a
Okay.
shining like white line.
I will. It's more of a shining white line in against a more grayscale black background.
Okay. Never mind then. Stupid thought.
What was the thought?
Long story, not relevant. Just forget it.
But I mean, like, to be honest, a lot of weird stuff could be a possibility. Like, most likely one is time travel, so it couldn't have been that stupid.
It's true.
That's fair, but
But it's west of the city.
Most of the country. Or directly west of the city.
does anyone have
The
a map?
entire United States.
That's enough to check anything of note.
Eventually, the city is west of the city if you go far enough.
I'm
road
sure.
trip.
Echo has a map somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, we could look
Also,
at.
couldn't we
map
maybe snag one from your university? Surely there's students that study
We'll go to the
geography and
university.
such.
Yeah, hang on.
Oh,
What are we
sorry.
talking about?
Nobody goes.
That's me being
None of us
dumb.
go to school.
Oh,
Nope.
Rewind.
I didn't know
Rewind.
if I just missed something.
I
or
think
not.
No,
I-
that was Tess
Like
being dumb.
Roxy just was like oblivious to the fact
I mean-
that Watchdog shared that he went to school.
No, I did not.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I did show up wearing university clothing, so I suppose you could make that assumption, but
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
just
know.
Roxy
rewind
would
it.
not make that assumption. The car,
Sylvia
though,
wouldn't
the-
either.
She recognized
Hackerty
that.
has some connections with local. We can probably find some pretty detailed maps if we really look for it.
I mean, we've got a heading. We just, if it
That's true.
seems like this thing's pointing to the same spot, we could just drive around the city a little bit, get some different, like, what's the term?
To triangulate.
Yeah. It's gotta intersect somewhere, right? That's how that works?
Yeah, in theory.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When you're going back to the small estate, Valkyrie, could you keep an eye on the direction for Easy Living's tether? And
I can
see
do
if
my
it ships at all?
best to. Yes.
I obviously
Yeah.
don't go off the road or anything.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
if
it
we
is
can,
a sentient bike, though. Now that I think about it, so
It does have auto drive. Valkyrie had auto drive before Tesla was invented. Just saying.
preferably.
It's Tesla!
Oh
my
god!
oh, no.
I think the bike does a little bit less exploding than your average Tesla.
It
That's
explodes
fair.
when it's angry.
Hopefully, yes.
I think that's unrelated to being a
valid.
bike, though.
It's not a mechanical malfunction.
It's a mammal malfunction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just a small instrument of
All right.
death.
Well,
Yes.
we'll see you at the junkyard tomorrow, and I'll bring
Yes.
muffins for everybody and maybe a thermos of coffee.
That sounds excellent.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
See you all, Marco's done.
All right.
Here we go. Start
Uh,
running back.
And
Unless-
break.
Oh.
Okay. My phone keeps telling me that there's a tornado and to go to my basement. I'm like, I'm already in the basement.
I keep on getting Discord pings, but I am not getting any messages.
There's
Is
a
there a
thunderstorm
tornado?
outside.
Or is it just tornado warning?
Yeah, tornado warning.
Okay.
It says get in your basement. And I'm like,
Okay.
I'm in the basement. Don't be so
It's like-
aggressive.
I was like, do I need to
Fair
shelter?
warning stream. If we start dropping like flies, apparently there's just like natural disasters all over the
Yes.
place.
Yeah.
tonight.
I mean, it was always going to end like this anyway, so.
Oh, there's a tornado
Tempest
warning
is somehow
now.
broken free
Okay.
of the game and it's just like, I'm done with your shit.
That's cool.
It's probably fine.
This
This is the Midwest. We usually go
Cool.
outside and watch the tornadoes. so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mhm.
Okay.
You know, my frame of reference is hurricanes, and like you don't go out in a hurricane.
No,
That's-
I wouldn't
that's how
watch
you
a
die.
hurricane. That thing
No.
could drown me.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
The worst the tornado's gonna do is, like suck me up in there and then toss me really far. So,
Or just like bitch slap you with a tree.
or bitch slapping, or a cow, or whatever else it's got in
That
there.
feels
so.
pretty bad.
I mean,
Yeah, but it's not drowning.
it's far less painful than drowning.
Okay. Are there any as you're all breaking for the night, any specific scenes or moments anyone would want to play out?
I think I owe Natalie a gift. I'm gonna make her a little crystal necklace because
Aw.
we did talk about it briefly, and it's gonna be glittery. I don't remember why I owe Natalie a gift, but I know I do. I think I did. Oh, it was because I promised
told
I'd
her,
be
but-
home, and
yeah.
then I ditched it,
Yep.
Mhm.
and now I haven't been home for like 3 days. It's
Yep.
fine. Your adopted child just has been ignoring you for days.
Your adopted child's adopted.
Yes.
Are you just going to focus on spending time making the necklace, or are you planning on getting it done to give to her?
I think I'm gonna try and get it done to give to her, but first I'll be like, I do want to track or focus on tracking the little tether as we drive back and not be focusing on another thing as well.
Sure.
So
On the drive back, the I say because the stag is the stag and it's not just a regular bike. You can focus on watching Elena's tie, and it doesn't change at all. It still
It
points
really
in the same
doesn't.
points in the same direction. Doesn't change size or color or shape.
So that would almost make me think that it is a significant distance away, that the little change we are doing laterally isn't really having that great of effect because it's just so negligible at this point. Triangulation wise, but I don't know how straight of a path it is back either to the small estate.
There's probably some twists and turns you have to make.
Okay. So I'll note that for Echo and make sure to let her know as well that it didn't vary at all.
Though that also tells us something. Probably
Yes.
that whatever we're looking at is very, very distant.
Yes, probably very, very distant and slightly concerning.
Nah, it's fine. Don't worry
It'll
about
be
it.
fine.
It's totally fine.
There's so many things to worry about right now. I don't even
Yeah.
know which one takes priority.
As long
Uh,
as I don't disappear again, it's fine.
Yeah.
There's
What's the
one
likelihood
thing
of that
uh,
happening?
Well, you see, there's one thing that Echo's
Be
gonna
minor,
check
right?
before everybody turns in, but it's gonna be like right before she goes to bed, since this can wait for a while if we have other things.
Anything else people want to do? You can get back to the small estate, and Natalie is probably very happy to
Tiniest
see everyone and
estate.
gives you like big hugs. And I'd say maybe one of the cooks made like some cookies, so there's just like some leftover sugar cookies on the counter. And she's like, "Ah, some." And Bertram's like, "Do you want something to drink with that?" And you can have like tea or hot chocolate or
Don't have tea.
anything else you want to drink.
Sylvia
Do
will
not
have tea
drink
because
the
she
tea.
has no.
Elena will drink
No
tea
fear.
because that's
Okay.
usually what she drinks.
Yep. He'll make a nice chamomile because it's late, so he doesn't want to give you black tea and give you
Sylvia's
caffeine.
thought process is, it's a plant, it can't hurt me. So
I think Calamity's tea was special.
The tea's fine.
It was honest tea.
Oh, that's going on the menu.
yep.
That's a brand already.
Not sponsored.
Yeah.
Unless they want
wanna
to
give
give
Sponsor
us
us,
money.
honest
Yeah.
tea.
Do enjoy tea, so
Yes, I
Yeah.
will totally drink their brand if they sponsor us.
Yes.
Can we get a sponsorship from High Noon, please? Because their tequila,
Yes.
I will drink their tequila.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
their tequila sodas, seltzers in a can. They're great.
instead of mimosas, we're doing margaritas now
Nice.
for our like AMAs.
That
Margarita
can't
Mondays.
possibly go wrong.
We can just have margaritas and tacos.
Fair.
Taco to me about anything. Uh
Not on the list to go.
Leave meeting.
but yes, you can have some tea and have some cookies, and Natalie will happily catch you up on the
Drama.
day-to-day
Gossip.
day-to-day drama and gossip,
Social
of the
life
social
gossip.
life.
Yes. And as she is, I'm just slowly making the little necklace.
Yeah.
For her.
Just casually under the table.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she wouldn't even notice, but you can have a nice evening of catching up and bonding and things. Yeah.
I suppose if Tony's at the shop, he might have questions, or if he comes out from upstairs, because he lives upstairs from the shop.
Are you just popping in to retrieve your bike?
And the communicator that I left in the
Okay.
garage.
I'd say you're probably in and out quickly enough that it doesn't. It's not like the last time you were there where you were getting cleaned up and showers and heating up lasagna, so you can
I'll
you can
put
get
the
in and out,
six-pack in his fridge, the
Yeah.
replacement six-pack.
you can get in and out pretty quick.
Like a completely different
Quickly
brand.
and quietly.
I mean,
You'll
not like
never
super
know.
quietly,
Mhm.
but by the time you're leaving is when he's coming down the stairs, so it doesn't really matter anyway.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Poor Tony.
he's just doing his best.
He is.
I have a couple things I want to take care of, but if anybody else wants to do anything else first, y'all are welcome to.
Elena's staying vague with what actually happened on purpose, because
That tracks.
going to
Yeah.
possibly another plane of existence or another time is a little jarring.
Just randomly
Yes.
disappearing without any control over it isn't something we should just casually throw around.
yeah,
Especially
it's just
to your mother.
just a rough fight. It's just easier to stay at the
Penthouse.
penthouse.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's been some team bonding.
Mhm.
Mostly the girls,
Slumber
but
parties.
also Watchdog came by a couple times too.
He took a nap with us.
Yeah. We had a pillow fort.
He didn't actually nap in the pillow fort, but you know.
No. There was too much glitter on the pillow fort.
Hmm.
I'm just imagining like with the just like 50s slumber parties, Watchdog having those curlers in his fur. So he's just like all curlered up.
My
If we
God.
get him to stay at the penthouse more, maybe.
Yes.
Look, we gotta condition the fur.
Y'all are going
Aw.
to drug me and poodleify me, aren't you?
Yes.
Probably not.
No, it'll be more like Beauty and the Beast when the Beast gets his like makeover. It'll be more
Yes.
of
Yes. That fits.
That's still pretty poodly.
Yeah, but like we didn't have to. He didn't get drugged. He just was reluctantly like, "Why are you doing this to me?"
Yeah, let's please not drug our teammates.
Yeah.
That's problematic in so many ways. But
Sylvie gives her word that she's not going to pheromone her teammates.
That leaves so many other possibilities open.
Yes.
It does.
at least intentionally.
True. I have unintentionally pheromoned my teammates. Or in an
Happens.
emergency situation. I have pheromoned in an emergency situation.
This is true.
Mhm.
Plausible deniability.
Yes.
Okay.
There are
But,
loopholes.
Watchdog / Joe.
Yes. So definitely switch back to Joe before getting back to campus.
Okay.
Head right back to dormitory. And I'm going to pick up the phone And I am going to dial Fuel Good Repairs.
What?
Okay. Rings for a couple minutes before it gets
Is this when Roxy is there? Because she would totally answer the phone.
God,
It
it'd be kind of funny.
would be.
I don't know. Let's flip a coin for it, I guess. Someone you have an actual coin?
No, it's a D6, but also it's like phasing out of reality for some
Even
reason.
even in
Yes.
We'll
It's a
say
figment
evens
of your
Some
Oh,
null
I actually
coin.
do have a
Void
coin.
coin.
if you want that.
Void
But
coin.
you can roll
void
for it.
Void coin.
we can
Void
do
coin.
D6. We'll do
Yeah.
heads or not heads. Evens, Roxy is there, odds, Roxy's not.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I wasn't certain who you were talking to.
It's you.
That's an odd.
Okay, so Roxy's not there.
Nope.
We'll probably say this is
Dang.
as Roxy is leaving and Tony's already sort of like gotten up and then the phone rings, so he goes over and picks it up and says, "Yeah, who's this?"
It's Joe.
It's Jack.
It's Joe.
It's
All right.
me.
I know this is a little out of left field. We're not due for a meeting in another couple weeks, but I was just talking with the team. Apparently I'm invited to dinner on Sunday.
Oh yeah, my mom wanted you and to come around for family dinner and bring Henry. At least that's what
Alright.
everyone else wanted. So it's at
I
6.
mean,
Do you want to come around?
not
Mom's got a lot of
opposed,
food
I
planned.
guess. I mean, more worried in regards to you. I know you're trying to keep things under wraps.
Ma knows that we hang out and so does everyone else. So unless you're planning on doing anything weird,
No, absolutely
Good.
not. You doing all right?
yeah. Business got a little interesting this week. With
Sylvie. Yeah,
Sylvia.
I heard.
Yeah. Spooked some of the customers, but nothing I can't deal with.
You sure? I warned you about her.
I got it covered. It's fine.
You can't see it, but I'm looking at you suspiciously.
What do you want, Joe?
Just trying to look out for you.
Maybe you should look out for yourself first.
all right. But
Getting
I
a little
am.
big for your britches.
Oh, don't start on this again. Come on. Look, I'm invited to dinner, right?
Yeah.
All right. We'll just make it normal dinner. Invite Henry. And have a nice conversation.
Nice conversation, some nice food. That'll be honestly, unless some meteor decides to crash into the city, I'm sure
Don't
there won't
give
be
the
any
city
problems.
ideas. Hey, and keep an eye on Roxy. She was doing something weird earlier today.
Weird how?
Okay, so we were fighting this ravioli guy. Long story. I guess it's not really a long story. He was throwing pasta out of thin air. I don't know how that works.
But yeah, I saw something about that on the news. Like some I don't know, weird Italian guy.
Yeah. But Roxy, of course, goes flying through the front of a building, takes out the
Sounds alright.
support column.
Mm-hmm.
But after the fight, because we had talked with her a little bit about not destroying stuff, but she started putting the column back together, and I don't mean just stacking on top of each other. It actually put itself back together, kind of.
That's new.
Yeah. So
Has
that
she been acting weird otherwise?
I mean, she's pissed at Watchdog, but
Eh,
whole persona there, I guess. I mean, otherwise it's just been her.
Hmm.
But if
Alright.
I don't know, she sticks a fender to her carburetor or something, at least to know why or where that's coming from, kinda.
Hopefully we can avoid that.
Yeah. I guess I'll see you Sunday. Talk then.
Talk later. And then he'll hang up.
Acting all better than me. That's my fault. Now I will start dialing Henry.
Okay. Rings a couple times before she picks up. Hello?
Hey, beautiful.
Hey, Joe. I heard you had an interesting encounter with some spaghetti thing?
Thing is probably the right noun there. That was so strange.
I mean, there's been some weird personas before, but controlling pasta is a whole other level.
I really had a thing for gnocchi. I don't know what that was about.
Probably one of the few pastas that's not limp and can actually pack a punch if it goes at a high enough velocity.
That's a fair point. Weird. Hey, the DeMarcos invited me over to lunch on Sunday. Said I was free to bring you along if you're interested.
Yeah, I think that'll be nice.
Maybe we can give that dress you wore last night another shot, eh?
Maybe, or maybe I have something that'll look even better.
I guess I'll wait to be surprised then.
That's what I'm here for, keeping you on your toes.
We probably don't have time to head up any place for dinner, but you want to just hang out tonight?
Yeah, I think that'd be nice. I had some research stuff I was working on, but that can wait.
Bring it over. I won't promise that'll be much help, but maybe some of Cynthia's rubbed off on me.
Are you sure? You won't find it too boring?
If it's with you, nothing's boring.
Sweet talker as always.
You know it.
Okay. I'll pack up over here then? You have anything you need to do first, or just want me to head over when I'm ready to go?
I oughta get changed. I'm still in the watchdog get up. Yeah. Meet at my place then?
Sure.
Right. See you in a bit.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too, Joe.
Mwah.
She just giggles and hangs up the phone.
And I will get changed and enjoy a lovely evening with my girlfriend.
Okay. She brings over some science books. Probably like particle physics or something. I don't know.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Joe falls asleep immediately.
Yeah.
He does his best to stay awake, but I do imagine at a certain point it's just a little too much technobabble and he's out.
What's Joe's major?
You need to ask. It's athletics.
Sports.
He's
Without
running
the
a sports
science.
scholarship.
But
I'd imagine like sports management or something.
Something like
is
that.
that a major? I thought it was kinesiology or whatever. I don't know. Whatever.
It's different.
Sports
Science.
medicine.
Yeah.
This university also doesn't exist, so
Also the 50s, so sports could have been a legitimate like
Yeah. I think like
major.
the
I don't know.
usually with sports majors, it's either the health sciences focused or it's
Oh yeah.
management, like the business side of things. So considering we've already established that Joe is not a science guy,
it's probably business.
business
Mhm.
or journalism.
It might be journalism, actually. I think that would kind of make sense for him.
All right, Clark
Yeah.
Kent. I'm just kidding.
Just like sports media.
Yeah, sports media. Because this is like the age of like the NFL boom, so kind of makes sense to me that he would
Budding-
be into that.
Budding TV and reports and stuff, and
Yeah,
I'm guessing
Her
like
trajectory
recaps
eventually ends with him
on
and
like
being, like,
radio
in the booth.
announcers. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Which we'll actually see if he gets there.
Very true. So I believe that just leaves Cynthia.
Just quickly, Cynthia's going to, in the base, consult the maps they have. Can you give me a general idea of where on the East Coast Halcyon is?
Let me decide we were in Jersey.
It's
Yeah.
it's near New York.
Okay. Gotham. Excellent.
We're the Jersey
Well, I
Shore.
think-
Jersey Shore.
Well, I feel like was
Crazy.
it Jersey or were we saying
'Cause we were near enough to do a day trip to Coney Island.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
because that was our hypothetical beach episode.
Yeah.
We're the Jersey Shore.
Okay,
Okay.
we're New Jersey.
Works for me. Yeah, Cynthia's just gonna write down some notes on looking into I didn't actually have my microphone plugged in. All right.
Nope.
Cynthia's going to look into basically making a note into figuring out whatever's going on with the tether for later. And yeah, doing some research on Rook Labs eventually, probably not that night, but Hecate knows that this is something she's looking into, so between the two of them, they're probably going to be doing some poking around at some books eventually.
Okay. I will say, as you are making some notes and just like doing a general recap, you probably get a call from Hecate since you had asked her to swing by the bay.
Yeah.
And she'll call in and say, Echo, Hecate here.
Echo here.
So I swung by the bay and saw no sign of anything glowing.
Okay.
And upon a closer inspection, did just initially a quick sweep of the beach to see what might be left over, and the beach was weirdly clean. Couldn't find any sign of seaweed.
Weird.
So dug a little bit deeper, headed out into the bay, and I couldn't find anything.
Okay. What do you think the chances are this was some sort of cleanup operation?
Incredibly likely.
Yeah, I just thought as much. Well, that's concerning on multiple levels.
Yes. Especially since there are few people with enough resources to be able to do that quickly. And would probably need pretty high clearance or permission from the city on some level. Because I'm sure if someone just came in and started cleaning up the bay, that would attract some attention. Questions would start being asked. News reporters would start asking questions, and we would probably be hearing about it.
There's a lot of this going around lately. When we were looking into Benson, there was a full storm over his apartment, and there was no sign of any emergency services, police, fire engines, nothing. I know the response times are terrible in the city, but that seems unusual.
On the one hand, someone could have made the call to write it off just as a regular storm. Someone could have done that intentionally as a cover-up. Someone could have been very explicit that it was meant to be ignored.
If I had to guess, I'd say probably likely that they knew who was gunning for Benson and wrote him off. Let it happen. It takes the heat off of them.
Possibly.
Halcyon eats its young. That's... Of course, I don't have any proof of that. That's just a hunch. We swung by Rook Labs just to see what we could find with a cursory look. Nothing specific. Few power malfunctions. If there's anything underground, it's either well shielded or not anything we can determine much about without going down there.
I have no confirmation of this, but I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have some form of preventative measures in place.
I would not be surprised by that either.
I know we're secretive in a good portion of what we do. For good reason. But Rook Labs also secretive in their own way, so it's likely that there's more going on than just what they would like us to expect.
Almost certainly. I mean, We have our own devices to block the use of powers from getting into our labs. Wouldn't be surprised. But declined to bring that up with the team in the moment since there was a little bit of agitation for just breaking in. Which, no.
A wise move.
We're keeping an eye on it for now. I'll update you as things happen.
Okay.
Oh. Not particularly relevant, but they decided to Roxy's family's having a dinner. Everybody there in civilian clothes. There's gonna be some identity shenanigans at the very least. So, there's nothing that you need to or even could do about that. I'm just venting a small amount of frustration, perhaps.
Well, it sounds like a terrible idea, but I trust that you will manage it well.
One can only hope.
At least it is a small contained event.
You know her family's Italian, right?
Still.
I project it going only marginally better than you hosting a dinner party with the team would go. So
I think I am going to swing by the liquor store on my way home.
Relatable. Well, happy drinking.
It will be.
Thank you for the update on the bay. And hope you have a good night.
You too. Get some rest.
That's the plan. Echo out.
Hecate out.
They
Anything
have
else
in the
you'd like to
past bonded over their mutual hatred of dinner parties.
do?
When
Yes.
does Hecate sleep? I swear.
She doesn't
Never.
sleep.
Never.
She
She knows everything all the
mode.
time. She
Says Google.
invented the super secret caffeine patch.
That's smart.
I see you remember that movie as well.
Of course I do.
That movie was great.
Anything else you would like to do, Cynthia?
No, she's going to bed.
Okay. I think that is a good spot to take a break. And then we can pick up with the junkyard, not date.
I think we should all dress like it's a date except for Watchdog.
Sylvia will
imminent
totally
physical harm.
dress like it's a date and bring everyone flowers. We established this.
Corsages.
Yeah.
And I'll bring some
God.
wine. Champagne. It's the morning. We can't.
Yeah.
Well, turn the junkyard into a drunkyard.
It's fine.
Junkyard,
It's not like
junkyard,
anyone's
God.
gonna get hurt or anything. Like we're chucking everyone in.
It's a
It's
a
a whole-
drunkyard jate.
Leave meeting.
Okay.
I was gonna say you could call my dad. He's got this lawyer guy who came and fixed some stuff for me when I was in juvie.
Mm,
You were in juvie?
Yeah, I was in juvie.
we don't call that guy.
Oh. Why don't we call that guy?
Sylvie looks at Cynthia for help.
Because he's fertilizer now.
Cynthia looks at Sylvie.
Elena's just zeroed in on this food. It's so good.
What a lovely eggs Benedict.
My God.
I do love toast.
It's not his jurisdiction.
Oh, what's a jurisdiction?
He's not allowed to practice that kind of law.
Oh. Werewolf law?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
werewolf law.
Werewolf law.
Just stares blankly. And then nods like, yes, there's
this is-
obviously separate laws for werewolves.
Yeah. Sylvie
has
looks
no
at
idea.
Watchdog and like mouths, "I'll tell you later," while shaking her head.
Yes, werewolf
say
law.
Watchdog just looks very confused.
But I'm like, Echo can like imitate any of our powers, so then we would have like two of the same power, or she might have the telekinesis and the telephonesis.
Oh, you mean the mind talking thing?
Yeah, the telephonesis.
I don't think it's
Telepathy.
called that.
Oh,
Yeah, I
oh.
think that's it.
It would make more sense to be a telephonesis because it's like calling somebody in your brain.
It existed before
It would.
telephones.
It would make much more sense.
Yeah.
It predates telephones.
Oh.
It does, and fairies can have telekinesis. They can't have telephone.
What if they did telekinesis with a telephone?
I think that's just calling someone.
Oh.
The
Okay.
DM is face palming.
All right.
We found an ID in his apartment. Has official Halcyon City markings, but nothing else identifying it. Anything you've seen before?
Yes.
Ooh. Where'd you see it? Or in what context?
With some of the more specialized contracted work that a certain nuclear-minded villain was once part of.
Ah. Well then. That's concerning.
Yes, it is.
Huh?
You don't need to know. Don't worry about it.
I feel like I need to know. Tell me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Expression.
Okay, that's gonna be our next emoji.
Yes. I approve of this. The plan.
even though there's a better bed right there, Hattie.
And we're back.
Maria is yelling at her horse child.
Boone was in the bed
The horse
closest to me,
is-
which sucks. And then the better bed is too far away, but I can't move it closer because my computer's there. It's
The horse.
I
is
wanted
whiny.
2 dogs.
You
I
did?
wanted 2 dogs. Yep.
I was actually thinking this morning about what if I got another dog?
A friend for Precious.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Precious would probably like it.
She'd probably have to acclimate a bit because she's like wants to say hi to dogs, but she is also super cautious around other dogs. And I'm like, you wanted to say hi. Why are you being like this?
Oh, that's how Boone
Wait.
is.
We should introduce her to Addie, Allie's dog. Sorry,
Yes.
everybody.
Dog chat. Dog chat.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome to the
morning.
Dogcast.
Oh,
You
don't
all
hit your
get
head.
to have a nice rest overnight, and morning comes, and you can find your way to the junkyard for junkyard not date, unless there was something you wanted to do beforehand.
Sylvie grows
I-
everyone flowers.
Are they all the same type of flower?
No, they're kind of color coded to the person in question that's receiving them in question.
I love this.
So we have Alice in Wonderland-esque flowers.
I did promise I would show up with healing powers.
Yes.
Not this episode, but the one before. So
Mhm.
before going to the junkyard, Echo is actually, as Cynthia is going to stop by her sister's clinic downtown.
Roxy has made banana walnut muffins and like some espresso for everybody, and has put it in a thermos and like
This
has all
music
like
is
the nice little
brilliant,
stuff. And yeah,
There we go.
Intense muffins.
Are we trying to sneak out before Natalie sees us?
I mean, it's 10 a.m. She'd already be awake. We'd have to get up early to sneak out.
Yeah. I'm just thinking more about how much outfit she's going to make you wear.
Elena's already decided she's just gonna wear something simple. Jeans, polka dot tank top. She's got her saddle shoes on. She's got a mask in her pocket, or I guess she'll have like a little purse with a mask in it, and then in case it rains, she'll grab a raincoat.
Roxy is wearing a pair of jean shorts that are not cutoffs and they're not ripped in any way, and a polka dot like V-neck.
We match.
It's red polka dot V-neck
Mine's black and white.
shirt. And
Okay.
she has put on high heels
Yep.
because it's a not date.
Oh my God.
Oh wow. Okay.
She's
They
just
match
very,
the polka dot shirt.
very quickly just kind of grab Sylvia's hand. It's just, oh, bye, Natalie. We're leaving. We have some training to do. And as quickly as possible, just
Oh, don't you want some
beeline out the
ribbons?
house.
Hi, Natalie.
And you can leave.
Sneak out one of the many entrances.
It's
So many entrances.
So
Mhm.
many.
just a small estate.
Small. Small.
Small mistakes.
A small estate with numerous doors.
And a
Yes.
pool.
And a
pool.
pool.
It's
And
just
an
all doors.
elaborate garden.
An elaborate garden.
It's almost
maze.
practically. I was gonna say it's practically a hedge maze.
It's really flowery.
The hedges may or may not eat people. It's fine.
Don't go in the
Yes.
hedge mage.
Do not.
It's
go
a
in the
mimic.
hedge maze.
Plot twist, it's a
Sylvie-
mimic.
The hedge maze is
that
off
you
limits.
should go test out the hedge maze. It means she doesn't like you.
Well,
Right then. I think, first of all, Joe does not break his morning routine. He is up at the crack of dawn doing his run.
Okay.
I think, though, when he gets back, he grabs like a pad of paper and quickly jots down a few things. Just having some early morning inspiration. Then I'll grab
What
the
sorts of
notebook.
things?
Well, I did ask last session if I could put together some possible ideas for moves. And, well, Joe doesn't really know necessarily superhero fighting, but he does know how to work a team into some maneuvers.
Okay.
Wait, what did you just say?
He knows
He's
how to
coming
work-
out. Oh, sorry.
He's coming out.
He's coming out of the closet.
No.
No, I was saying I meant to say he's coming up with
He's
stuff
coming
for us.
out.
I
Sorry.
guess I was
Putting
wishful
together
thinking.
a playbook.
Yeah, we have an official playbook. now.
Okay,
Yes,
got
he's
it.
putting together the biggest idea of a playbook.
All right.
Sorry.
In regards to clothes, though, he's probably got like normal ratty t-shirt, ratty jeans, beat up sneakers. And he will not take the rocket this time, and will just run to the junkyard.
Smart boy. Okay. You can all reconvene at the junkyard. I guess who would get there first?
I think probably me, because we have specifically established that the university is not far from the junkyard.
Okay.
And once everybody's there, I think I would actually lead them to my particular spot.
Okay. What does the spot look like?
Well, it's kind of deep into the junkyard a bit, but in there, it turns out that Watchdog has set up a bit of what is effectively a makeshift gymnasium. Like, he actually has some legitimate exercise gear set up out there, but also there's just like piles of junk that have been like strapped together that are clearly for like weightlifting or something. There's a few like smashed, bent, and dented vehicles from him just testing it out. Just seems like this has been where he's flexing his abilities and figuring out what he can do.
Would you like a muffin? I made muffins. He has some espresso too.
Sure. Thanks.
It's not peanut butter. Sorry. It's banana walnut.
Peanut butter espresso. Oh, the
Peanut
muffin.
butter.
Muffins.
Yeah, I just threw peanut butter in his espresso.
I just
Yep.
It's not the
silently-
espresso. It's the peanut butter whiskey that's in the espresso.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just
That-
silently hand out everyone's flowers. You don't have an
Aw.
option to take them. They're just given to you.
What
Aw,
flowers did you end
Sylvie,
up
that's
giving
so
everybody?
sweet.
I didn't actually figure out what everyone's
Okay.
getting flower wise.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry.
Think about it, and then you can tell us
Yeah.
later. Yeah.
You
If
can
it comes
post
up-
pictures of everybody's bouquet in the Discord. That's what you
Yes.
can join the Discord for, folks.
Yeah,
See the
Post
outfits and the
bouquets in the
flowers.
Discord.
that is today's
Join the
Discord.
Discord so you can see the flowers.
Yes.
Is it normal to get flowers when you're not on a date?
When you're around Sylvia.
I'm still
That's fair.
very unclear as to whether this is not or it is a group date.
Not a date.
I don't
keep
think
saying
we would all
that,
be
but,
here
you
if
know-
it was a date. That's normally something you would do in private.
What?
A date. You would do a date in private, like at a restaurant or somewhere.
Yeah.
Park.
Yeah. Thank you.
You wouldn't
But, like, if it
invite
was a
all of your
group date-
friends.
I don't think they're
I don't think
It's
this
a
is a group date.
thing.
I think a group date would be more romantic and less smelly.
I mean, maybe Watchdog is just really bad at planning group dates.
I'm gonna say around this time, Cynthia shows up.
He isn't really dressed for a date, though. I think you might be right, Elena.
Thank you. And Joe reaches under like a bench or something and pulls out a half-used jar of peanut butter and starts smothering the muffin.
He's got peanut butter hidden there.
Yes.
All
Yeah,
right.
like-
Like
Also
random
gets her
jars of
flowers.
peanut butter.
She,
hidden
she
around everywhere.
offers muffins and espresso to Elena and Sylvie.
Happily takes it because we
We'll definitely
Get
take
down.
it.
skipped breakfast to
Yeah.
avoid talking.
Definitely.
Yeah. You need your carbs in the morning, get your blood sugar up so that you don't I don't know.
Same.
Pass
Just
out.
yeah, ma said that you need your blood sugar up in the morning so that you don't be tired all day or something. You know, I
You
don't
gotta
know.
get up and go.
Yeah.
No, this may or may not be a junkyard date, but we don't want anyone swooning on in the junkyard.
Pheromones. Too late. I need to know what kind of bouquet Watchdog got. Like that's
I will
something-
personally design everyone's bouquet with
I love
exactly what
this
Yes.
is amazing.
Is it
flowers they
roses?
got, taking into account flower meanings for you all.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Ah, it's my favorite
love
Victorian
this.
flower language.
Yay.
Send someone flowers and passively tell them you're gonna kill them.
That would be on brand for Sylvie.
It's a bouquet and a threat.
Yes. Secretly
It's
how
just
she
like an edible
assassinates people.
arrangement. Is vaguely threatening.
It's called an edible arrangement because it'll eat you.
Yes. All right. Once Cynthia gets there, she offers espresso and muffins to Cynthia.
Cynthia will gladly take that. Just
Mhm.
downs the espresso and starts going to town on the muffin.
I just imagine her at one point like has taken a sip of espresso and has taken a bite out of the muffin and then just looks at them both and then just like dips the muffin.
Oh,
Cut off mailman.
I personally would not, but I think that she might.
Yes.
Yes.
And the muffins were still warm from when they
Yeah.
came out of the oven. She like timed it perfectly.
Sylvia definitely took the espresso and downed it like a shot.
Yes.
Like full stop.
Perfect.
You've had a busy few days?
Yeah.
We all get all hyped up and then we're gonna
Does-
throw each other, right?
Does Sylvia actually sleep? Who knows?
I will say, as you are enjoying your nice little, pre-training snacks and stuff, Watchdog, you catch another faint scent of pine.
Got a stalker.
I sort of like look at everyone like around me and I'm just like, okay, this is gonna sound weird. Did somebody change perfume?
I don't wear perfume.
Not lately.
I just
Anybody-
smell like what I smell like.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Eau de
Unusual.
car. That's what I wear.
Anybody step in some, I don't know, pine sol or something?
Nah.
You smell pine sol?
I smell pine.
I don't think
Okay.
that pine
Like, look
salt
around.
actually smells like pine, but that's just my personal opinion. I don't think that's necessarily a fact.
Is there like any new junked cars with like a pine freshener hanging off of it or something?
No, this area seems relatively unchanged since the last time you were here.
Do you want to start by using your sniffing abilities to see if you can track us?
I mean, that's not particularly hard,
Shit.
but I mean, I
Okay,
know-
what did you have in what do you all have in mind for today? She just starts stretching. Takes off the shirt. She's got a sports bra on. Loses the heels.
Cynthia wolf whistles.
Winks at Cynthia.
Hang on. Were sports bras a thing in the 50s?
They better be.
I don't think so.
Because bras weren't really heavily utilized until later, right?
No, because it was like the whole thingy.
I mean, you could argue that since we're in a version of history in which women and basically a bunch of people who have to deal with that sort of thing are, engaging in superheroic activities, there is a market for
Fair.
that sort of thing.
Yeah, they
The-
weren't invented
also,
until the 70s.
1948.
The first general exercise bra, initially called a jock bra, was invented in 1977.
Really?
that, huh? That name makes sense, but also
Yeah.
feels kind of wrong.
It makes a lot of sense, but it's silly.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, okay. Sure.
Whatever.
You have plenty
Uh,
of access to spandex.
Yeah.
That's
Also,
true.
also we're
Yeah.
superheroes. We could have just decided that this is much more
Yeah.
efficient.
I'd
One of our
imagine
team
it's
members has
probably
invented the word yeet like 50 years earlier.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I'd
you
imagine
know,
the
True.
style is probably much different than they are today. It's more I feel like it's probably
it's like the cone bra, sports bra.
well, I was thinking it more like looked like a crop top.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what I was
probably.
Yeah.
thinking.
Makes sense.
Okay, this is again really dramatic music.
I mean, when you're a superhero and you got like decent girls, you got to keep them under control or you're going to get smacked in the face.
Oh boy. You're not wrong, but also.
Take out an eye like that.
I have nothing to add to this conversation.
Okay.
Well, in
Uh,
terms of what the plan is, I believe Watchdog had some thoughts.
Yeah, a few things. I mean, I don't really know what all of you can do at your best. So, I kind of figured maybe we could start with that. Figure out what everybody does, well, everybody pulls at their best. So, basic stuff, start testing physical limits, strength, speed, stamina, stuff like that. And then maybe testing some of the weirder stuff, like Elena, you could probably start like lifting cars. And they roughly equal out to the same weight in that pile over there. Sort of indicates to a little stack that he's made. You could see how many of those you can lift. We can try to figure out rough range for you. Sylvie, I don't entirely get how you work.
I don't understand you at all.
But it seems like maybe shapeshifting is like strenuous for you. I don't know. Is that something you can practice easily?
It's definitely something that comes easier the more I practice certain forms.
And maybe we could work on that then. I mean, Cynthia, you could have any and all of these, so I don't know, maybe switch between things.
For now, I have healing in case somebody gets hurt.
Oh. All right.
I was asked to bring it, and so I did.
Sort of like side eyes Calamity slightly.
What? I don't need you. What?
Thanks.
Why are you looking at me funny?
Well, there was talk of throwing me around and ripping my.
Do you want me to
arm
hurt you?
off. No, please no.
What did wait, what did I threaten to rip off?
My arm last night.
I don't remember that. Was it in a context of I wanted to see if it could grow back?
Yeah,
Yes,
but
actually, yeah, that was it.
Oh, that's more of a hypothetical thought than like I think it was just like a fleeting idea more than a threat, like you want to test your limits in like, can you grow back an extremity or I mean,
thing
you
is,
should
if
probably start with like a middle toe if you're gonna try to grow something back. You get the toe might be like the least.
I kind of need all of me, so let's maybe just.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
I mean, there are a lot of
Sure.
people that live without like a leg or like an arm or like
I
a finger.
use it for my job.
What's your job again?
He's not going to tell
Look.
us that the whole part of the
Yeah.
secret identity.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're all secretive. Okay.
The healing I have is good, but reattaching limbs is beyond what I've got.
I
right
wasn't
now.
really like
Yeah.
I wasn't threatening you. It wasn't like when you threatened to throw me off the side of a building. It was more of a
Oh, boy.
hypothetical, like let's test your limits type of thing.
How about we start this with the two of you fucking fighting? Maybe work out some tension.
Screw it. Fine.
All right.
Echo, you on backup healing? Seeing as if something happens, I'd like to also test my ability to
Yeah.
repair it.
If it falls through, I am here to help. But yeah. Let's warm up first. Let's make a little arena
All right.
out of
Mm.
cars.
Calamity just starts moving cars in like a little arena pattern.
I feel like it starts with like Joe like with some force pushing one car, and then you just walk by carrying like 3.
She's got them
Yeah.
stacked like a server.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
Lena's just doing some stretches, picks up a couple of rocks.
I think
Starting
Sylvie's
small.
probably shifting through some of her more common forms just to warm up. Probably not a good thing to look at her while she's doing it.
Getting a little eldritch over
Everybody
there.
watch
Oh my
intensely.
Cynthia is just basically stretching, moves on to some yoga.
Okay. You can get some.
Calamity's gonna try to throw some of the cars into like the pattern to see, you know, like if she can
Aim.
slam dunk a whole car. No.
I mean, I don't know if it goes well, but you can certainly throw some cars around.
Yeah.
I feel like one probably crashes down and like Sylvie's in some kind of like maybe canine form and you can just see her ears go straight back like out of concern.
I'm just imagining like the ears go back and then there's another one that catches you off guard and you just like yelp and then unconsciously shift into some other form like a
Something else.
bird or like a fish.
Yeah, like
They're just like flopping
She's
around.
flopping. A glitter fish.
Or an octopus or a
Yeah.
squid and you think
yes.
But it's glittering.
yes.
Yes.
Kid now,
It's like-
you're a squid now.
It's like that
It's like-
gel penning.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Love it.
Sparkly purple or something.
Yes.
Why do I get the feeling that like Elena's going like behind Roxy, just like fixing all the cars?
Yes. All right, are we ready?
Cynthia climbs up onto one of the taller stacks of cars, just as a referee position, I suppose.
Yeah. Sylvie definitely flies up onto another just so she has a good lay of the land.
What are
And
the
then-
rules of the fight?
Well, that's up to you two, but they have to be mutually agreed upon.
What are the rules?
Probably no killing each other.
Yeah, please.
No
That would be
killing, no
preferred, yes.
maiming, no dismembering.
Maiming. We're here to maim. That's the whole point, right?
Let's build our way up to that
Let's-
potentially.
Oh.
Let's start with let's begin with just keeping it simple, no hits
Punching?
below the belt, punching, and we'll move from there.
But I'm pretty short compared to him. I might have to jump shot to hit him in the face. Kidney shots are okay though.
I've seen how high you can jump, darling.
That's
That's
true.
true. I can jump pretty.
I mean, I guess that depends. Is Watchdog wearing a belt?
He would have
No
shorts on. Usually he
problem.
had some kind of shorts so we would see a belt area.
All right.
Whatever. I won't punch him in the balls. It's fine.
Elena's just kind of like floating by Echo.
Echo kind of like looks over and is like, they knock these cars over. I'm gonna need you to catch me because I can't fly right now.
Why do I increase somebody's gravity to make it harder for funsies? Or do we just
Why don't we start with the basics and then add challenges as
add
we go?
resistances as we go?
Yeah.
All right.
So
Roxy's
Calamity,
just kind of like got
Watchdog.
that fighter stance. Like, all right, any other rules that you got? I don't care. You can use your claws if you want, but don't bite me. I don't want to be a werewolf.
That's
I feel like that might be a downgrade of my powers. Unless I was a superpower.
Watchdog kind of like looks off to the side for a second, and he just gets like a very concerned look. Yeah, not gonna bite you.
Roxy as a werewolf.
Unless I was a super strong werewolf. She's just like ready, but also like pondering having a like werewolf super strength.
Yeah, Watchdog will assume like sort of a blow stance, just like getting ready to launch forward.
Mm-hmm.
I think this may be our first example of PC versus PC combat.
Yeah.
Cynthia brought like a, I don't know, like a fucking cowbell or something. It's just like,
You can probably find one here.
yeah. The car we're on still has an intact horn. So
Okay. Who's making the first move?
Roxy's waiting on Watchdog.
I'm going in hot. Directly
Okay.
engage.
Roxy's gonna try to jump out of his reach before he can get her.
Here we wait. What is actually my?
You're rolling plus danger.
Yes, +2. Yeah. Okay, that's a 5.
ooh.
That
Okay.
sucks.
So you rush in, go ahead and mark potential, and
Mhm.
since Roxy was preparing to jump, she can jump out of the way of. Were you just charging her?
Yeah.
Okay. Roxy just nimbly
Mhm.
eludes your grip. And what are you gonna do, Roxy?
They said no below the belt, so I can't kick him in the back of the leg to like to knock him down. All right. I think that I'm allowed to trip him, right? She's gonna try to leg sweep him. She's not gonna like try to take out his knee, but she's gonna just leg sweep him.
Okay. Roll to directly engage that.
All right. I'm not going to use in a China shop yet because she hasn't really gotten, she's not really, she's just getting warmed up. She's just, my other D6. All right. It's plus danger.
Yep.
Mhm.
So that is a 7.
Okay. On a hit, trade blows. And on a 7 and 9, pick one.
Is that under? Okay. I'd like to. I don't know. Am I taking his his position away from him? Is that what I'm doing? I don't know. If I'm creating an opportunity for my allies, is that just myself?
Guess.
I just want to knock him prone. So let's just call that creating an opportunity for myself. He'll have the opportunity to get back up, but
Okay.
I don't know.
Here. We can say you knock him prone and kind of force the air from his lungs, so you probably get to make another move before he can do anything, but you both do mark a condition.
Oh,
Mhm.
crap.
So what conditions do you each have marked right now?
I just have insecure marked.
Okay.
Angry, guilty, and hopeless.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Um,
no.
I'll say Roxy can mark. I feel like afraid doesn't work, so we'll just have to go with insecure.
Okay.
And you said Watchdog, you said you have hopeless currently marked?
Insecure.
Insecure. Okay. Then I'll say let's go with angry.
Yeah, that tracks.
This makes sense.
Okay. So I do believe Roxy's got the momentum here.
Yep.
She's gonna attempt to punch him in the face while he's on the ground.
All right. Roll 2.
Or she's
directly
gonna
engage.
jump on him and then,
Okay.
punch him.
Roll 2 directly engage.
Ooh. That was a 11.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
On a hit, trade blows, and on a 10 plus, pick 2.
Pick 2. Oh gosh. Okay. Let's see. I would like to impress, surprise, or frighten him. And also block his next blow.
So resist or
resist and
avoid
avoid.
their blows.
Yeah.
Okay, that just means you don't take a condition for trading blows.
Yep.
So let's see. Watchdog, I'll let you decide if you're impressed, surprised, or frightened. And you currently have angry and insecure marked. So let's go with maybe afraid. Maybe this is a little more aggressive than you were expecting.
I was about to
Maybe-
say, I feel like we could easily syncretize these by saying I'm frightened.
She's gonna break my nose.
Maybe that promise of like getting an arm ripped off is feeling
Yeah.
a little more real.
Yeah, that hits, and Watchdog's just laying there like, oh god. Okay. So in that case, let's see here. I'm gonna try to sort of like slide out from underneath her and fall back a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to pierce the mask. Sort of like watch her movements and
Okay.
see if I can find an edge to work on.
Okay. Go ahead and roll plus mundane.
Yeah, with a -2 because I am angry.
Although
Mhm.
you, I believe, you do get +1 because you have influence over
That's
Roxy.
true.
Mhm.
We need to remember that for all of our moves.
Mhm.
I think we. Wait, are you influencing me? I don't think you're influencing me. No, but I do
Mm-mm.
influence you. Okay. So this is at -1. The dice have apparently heard me because that was a 5. Might be getting my first advancement tonight, folks.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you have no idea. I'd say that unlike previous situations, Roxy's just really hard to read in this moment.
Guess I really pissed you off, huh?
A little bit.
Get what
Okay.
the problem is. People
The
are
problem
entitled to
is that you-
privacy.
What? Why do you think that's what I'm mad about?
Needs to be what you're harping on.
That's not what I was hopping on. She's gonna pick him up and she's gonna try to WWE style body slam him.
Roll 2 directly engage.
And because she's angry and now he's like trying to like picking at her, like, and she's frustrated because he has no idea what she's mad about, even though she clearly told him in iMessages yesterday.
Grandpa Les would say, you got to use your words.
Yeah. Well, she did try. She tried yesterday. That was her first approach. Now we're gonna body slam him. And she's also going to use her bull in a china shop. So she's going to just like body slam him into some cars. Like just
I was about to say, are you sending me through the arena wall here?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm angry. You wouldn't like the Hulk when she's mad.
I just imagine him, you like slamming him through 3 rows of cars.
Oh.
Just like those superhero events where someone just gets plowed into and is taken through like a billion office walls. It's just that, but with cars.
That's a 9.
Okay.
So she so what is it?
7 and 9, pick
you-
one on a hit.
but I
trade
have to
blows.
pick 2. So resist and avoid their blows. And then I'm gonna go with impress, surprise, or frighten again.
Okay. So you do not mark a condition.
And a bunch
So
of
much
cars
for
fall
Let's
on
see
top
what
of
you
you.
have.
Conditions.
Guilty and hopeless are left.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe hopeless, like you're just like, I don't know how I'm gonna figure out what Roxy's mad about.
Fair.
Could try just asking her.
And then she probably just like, slams you into this last car, and you're just struggling to catch your breath. But what are you gonna do, Watchdog?
Kind of get up somewhat in a fighting stance, but clearly battered now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want from me?
Yes, what? You're the one who had this idea. We're supposed to be fighting.
I didn't have the idea. I just wanted to come out here and try to teach you some damn self-control.
I'm in control.
Really? You're getting mad at me, and you just did this. Sort of like motions to the cars.
We're supposed to be fighting. We're fighting. Did you break anything yet?
I don't know. You tell me. And I close the distance and I try to directly engage,
Okay.
which is not gonna go well.
How many conditions are you up to?
They both
4.
have 4.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. That's Snake Eyes.
Oh my
Fire.
god!
And that's my first advancement.
Yay!
Yay!
Getting
I'm
your
gonna
ass
get-
beat.
Mine tonight when I pick
Sometimes
that.
you just gotta
potential
get your ass
option
kicked
at
to
the
get
end of
better
the
in
session.
life, right?
So what is? I mean, just like, what does this look like? What are you trying to do that just fails horribly?
I was trying to like close the distance and try to like get up in her face and land a few blows maybe. I guess she just like sees it coming and just backs up.
She ducks because you're so tall, and you're just like right over here.
Ugh,
Just one of those like,
Yep. absolutely.
You want to watch both?
okay, Roxy.
Want to watch me get my ass beat, Boone?
She's gonna like do a cool slide between his legs because he's so tall and she's so small, and then she's gonna drop kick him in the back so that he falls face first down.
Okay. Roll
Totally,
to
we're not
directly
She's gonna
engage.
say, "I really can't believe you don't even remember why I'm angry."
Nope.
She's also doing bull in a china shop, but she misses with a 6.
I'd say
stumbled a little
the
too far.
kick probably lands squarely in Watchdog's back, but just because of some of his bulk and his position, he just
I
like,
just bounce off.
he just absorbs it. Okay. Watchdog. This fight's getting messy.
Boom.
Sorry, I'm trying to decide on an advancement here. Yeah, I can pick this later.
I'm angry because you were not very nice to Cynthia and Elena, which you've worked out with them, whatever, that's fine. But then you threatened to throw me off the roof. You was rude at Rampage for no reason, so judgmental.
1, I was joking about the damn roof. I know you would be fine from that. 2, in case you forgot, Rampage
That doesn't
is
mean
a
it doesn't
villain.
hurt my feelings.
Well, how do you think I feel when you're talking about ripping my damn arm off?
That was after you said you was gonna throw me off the roof.
Oh,
And
so
I
that
didn't
makes
say
it right
that.
now?
That wasn't a threat, sir. That was a hypothetical. I'm asking how we're gonna test out powers type of things. I feel like you
Right.
really took that out of context, buddy.
Like you're doing with this stupid roof thing. But
Yes.
of course, all of this is my fault, right? Because everything's my fault when it comes to this.
Oh, now who's angry? Now who's angry, Watchdog?
You don't get it. You really don't.
No, explain it to me. Use your iMessages. Communicate.
No.
You're such a guy.
You're an ass. Some of us like our privacy.
That's fine. I never said nothing about your privacy.
And that's why you keep on prying, right?
Nah, I just want to see if you'll slip up.
And that's fun to you?
Yeah, a little bit.
So it's fun that my life could be ruined if you start blabbing about what I really am.
Who am I going to tell? Echo?
I don't know. Maybe
Easy
you'll tell
living?
another villain when you take them to get damn lasagna.
I didn't tell nobody about your identity or nothing.
Yeah, it's because you don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
What is the rest of the how is the rest of the team feeling as this
I feel like
They're just like circling each
fight
other.
is
throwing
just
bars.
like getting a lot
Screaming
more
at each other.
vicious and
well, I think Sylvie shifted into like a large cat and is kind of hunkered down, ready to pounce between them if this gets really bad.
Mhm.
Like if another one takes a blow, she's jumping in between them.
Um,
Or makes an attempt for a blow.
Okay.
yeah, Easy Living's just kind of like watching Echo, watching them, preparing to throw up a shield on somebody
Yeah.
or pick someone up, whatever happens first.
Don't project your insecurities
Echo
on me,
is-
Watchdog. This isn't about me. This is about you. You was crabby because a little girl, well, she's not that little, but a girl beat you up and you were reckless and you didn't go with the team and then you blamed it on everybody else and you made it everybody else's problem by giving us attitude. And that is unacceptable. You need to go to the gym, you need to eat a steak, and you need to feel better. You don't
What's
need to make it
Echo?
other people's problems.
What's
To
Echo
answer Charlie's question, Echo is watching and waiting to potentially call for intervention if this gets bad, but she's fine with letting it ride for now because these two need to have this out at some point.
Okay.
Everybody just sips espresso and
No,
eats muffins.
I feel like they're watching pretty intently.
Yeah, there's a pretty big agitated
Yeah,
fur on end cat with her tail swishing, ready to jump in between these two.
a little bit
On
of
a
glitter
related
flies
note,
off the
I do
tail and
feel
flicks.
that probably for the first time you'll have seen when not fighting a villain, Watchdog's hackles are up.
Ooh.
He's all spiky.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's pissed.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue. How does Watchdog react to
The only reason
Ebony's bark?
I went off on my own is because I'm trying to prove I'm worth a damn in this team. And I know you don't have to worry about that, Miss Walk Through a Wall.
You know, I didn't ask for these powers. You don't have to resent
You think I
me.
did?
Right.
You think I
Well, I
asked?
don't know how you got your
Some
powers.
damn wolf in my head 24/7 telling me what to do?
Well, that's gotta be annoying.
Yeah, it is. It's really damn hard to keep everything together. And you are not helping.
You, again, are blaming me for your problems. Watchdog. And I don't appreciate that. She's gonna take a swing at him.
I would jump between them.
Okay.
At this point, that's not
Yeah.
helping.
Shield,
Go
shield
ahead
up.
and Sylvie, roll to defend someone.
Is that to defend?
Roll to defend someone. So roll plus savior.
Yep. What is my savior at right now? Not terrible. That would be a 9.
Okay. So Roxy gets an extra -2 to directly engage,
Okay.
but Sylvie, you also expose yourself to cost, retribution, or judgment.
Actually, wait, that's a 7, but still.
It's still within the range, so
yeah.
same thing happens.
I was like, I forgot my condition.
I'm still doing in a china shop.
What am I exposing myself to?
Possibly getting punched.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Cost,
I'm
retribution,
fine.
or judgment. Either like getting
Yeah.
punched or I don't know, maybe. Well, I guess Roxy probably wouldn't blow up
Sylvie's
at you,
fully ready to take that blow.
but okay.
So I did make it still with a 7.
Do you have afraid marked?
No, that's the only condition I
Okay.
don't have currently.
Okay.
She's just real angry and guilty, insecure, and
So you
hopeless.
I'd say you probably in the process barrel through Sylvie as a cat. Just like probably just pretty cleanly like knock her to the side. Just like give her like a flying haymaker
Whoops.
and she just like goes flying off in one direction.
As this happens, Cynthia just stands and says, "Hey!" Basically just calls for an end to the fight if anyone is listening right now.
I'd
It's
say
using
that
their powers at the
probably
moment.
comes as Calamity makes contact with the watchdog. And you said you rolled a 7, so you can pick one.
Well, you said you were using Bull in a China shop again, so you get to pick another, right?
Yeah, I get to pick 2.
With collateral damage.
Yeah. I think Sylvie might have been the collateral
I have a feeling
damage.
that
Yeah.
Sylvie has the collateral.
Sylvia just like slams into another car and leaves a nice like cat-shaped dent.
Oh
Ooh.
shit.
It's gonna be really confusing for the junkyard people.
The junk
There's-
cat is back.
Yeah, there's probably like deep cloud gouges from where she jumped off, and now there's a cat-shaped dent where she hit.
Yep.
Do we have cougars again? Yeah, she just shoves Watchdog as hard as she can. And yeah, so she's going to resist and avoid their blows, and then I'm gonna just go with impress, surprise, or frighten him again.
Okay. Watchdog, go ahead and mark your last condition. And you can pick which of those effects you think is most appropriate as Echo shouts for you to stop. Are the two of you going to listen?
Joe drops the fighting stance, but there definitely is a flash of fear. Just because, she did just bury Valkyrie in a wall.
Yep.
Which she's about to feel super bad about.
Well, here's the thing. Since I have influence over you, I can do a certain thing called shift your labels. And while Joe drops the fighting stance, or watchdog, his face in like almost a full-on snarl at this point, he just barks out, "That's what I'm talking about. It's more than just damaging buildings. You're gonna hurt everyone around you." And I'd like to shift danger up and savior down.
Oh.
Are you going to
Allow it.
accept?
Yeah.
You're going to accept this? Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't you need danger?
Yeah.
So Watchdog still maintains influence over you.
Yeah.
And then just
Okay.
like trying not to indicate how hurt he is now, he's just gonna crawl over the wall and just go sulk.
Immediately Roxy like stops, looks at Valkyrie, and like runs over and's like, "I'm so sorry, Sylvia. I'm so sorry."
Echo jumps down and just kind of puts a hand on Calamity's shoulder and says, "Take a step back." And she's gonna check over Valkyrie and see if Valkyrie needs healing.
I think Valkyrie probably, as soon as she hit and landed, was back and trying to heal herself up with the sort like anything that isn't directly related to a teammate around her.
Do you want
So-
assistance? Because I can generate from nothing.
I think it was more of a pure instinct than
Okay,
anything
that's fair.
else.
Yeah.
So
I will. Echo's offering help if you
Yeah.
want it. If you don't, that's also valid. And if that's the case, she's gonna go.
well, she
Watchdog.
got a 7 on it, or unleash her powers. So
Yeah, the impact definitely ached the most initially,
Mhm.
and you're probably definitely going to be sore in the coming days from that, but easy enough to you can ease the sting a little bit, and
Mhm.
there's nothing that's thankfully nothing seriously injured.
Valkyrie will immediately respond with focus on Watchdog, make sure he's okay.
Echo's gonna head over to where Watchdog is then.
Yeah, Elena's gonna follow.
Roxy's actually gonna leave.
Like fully?
Yep, she gets on the bike to go home.
Jeez.
Okay.
Valkyrie's gonna shoot a look at Echo as she's catching Calamity leaving. She's not gonna let Calamity go off on her own.
Echo nods back.
Okay. So Calamity leaves and Valkyrie pursues on the stack.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Let's see what Echo and Easy Living and Watchdog do first.
Assuming Watchdog is still there, how is he looking?
He is. You probably hear him before you see him because he's just muttering and possibly slightly cursing under his breath as he's just like kicking around junk. Just very clearly pissed off.
Does he look like his healing factors fixed everything up?
No.
Okay. In that case, Echo is going to approach and stop a foot or two away from him. Just gonna hold her hands up. Do you want healing?
Fine.
Stand still. This is a power that Echo uses semi-regularly, has some familiarity with it. Yeah. Basically, not quite as good at it as her sister is, but will heal Watchdog. It's, as far as healing factors go, it's fairly efficient. You might feel a little tingly.
Fine.
For what it's worth. I think you're right. But I don't know how to get her to think a little more.
She started that whole stupid rooftop thing, by the way.
What happened from your side of it?
From my side of it, it seemed like I got struck by lightning, had to haul myself back up onto there with no help. And then she started joking around with the villain about how much I was a pathetic waste of shit. I don't know. And then I swing back, and she gets all offended. Says it's my fault that I was trying to get a problem fixed.
Your feelings are valid.
Tell her that.
I will. But you know that you're not, right? You're not worthless or pathetic. You're a valuable member of this team. And I won't accept anyone saying otherwise, even if that person's you.
I'm trying, damn it.
I know. It's hard.
It
Sometimes
wasn't.
it feels like the weight of the world is on our shoulders. Expectations, burdens from this life and your other one. You're dealing with a lot. It's understandable that you're sometimes not feeling your best.
Echo, go ahead and roll to comfort or support someone.
Can I argue for heroic tradition with that one?
How so?
Actually, I'm trying to think. Would this be advice that Hecate's actually given her?
Considering her relationship with her parents, it doesn't seem like she really struggled that much with the dual responsibilities.
That's fair. All right.
Since Hecate
so-
already had things like pretty integrated on her end when she
Yeah.
took Cynthia under her wing.
All right, fair enough. We'll roll with mundane then. Which is not very good for me, so let's see how this goes. With my mundane -1, that's only a 4.
Oof.
Sorry, Watchdog.
Alright.
Mark potential.
Is Elena still like in the vicinity?
Mm-hmm. He's just kind of floating there.
I feel like Watchdog notices, but in the moment, he just kind of keeps talking. Gotta prove I'm worth something at this.
To who?
You know who.
I do know who.
If
And the expectations placed on you by this person aren't fair, aren't reasonable in some cases, my personal opinion, and quite frankly, are hypocritical in my viewpoint. But they're placed on you anyways. And you can't give up the thing that means that you have to be subjected to them. So you bear it. You work through it. And we end up here. I'm not saying that you shouldn't try to meet these expectations. I'm saying that you shouldn't nearly get yourself killed doing it. I will talk to Roxy. But only part of this is her. Part of this is you. Not the conflict, the not believing in yourself, the doubt, self-recrimination. There's a time and a place for it, but I'm not always convinced that you know where that time and that place are.
I can't lose this, Cynthia.
I know. I know. Situation's pretty fucked, huh?
Royally.
I know it's a little hypocritical of me, but the best I can say for you, or to you in the moment, is have faith that things will improve. You are trying, and you are improving. That's not in question here. But I and the rest of the team are here to help. You don't have to do everything on your own. We're stronger as a team than together. We're stronger together than we would be individually. And the expectations that this person is placing on you are substantial enough that if you feel you need our help to meet them, I'd like for you to eventually feel comfortable enough coming to us for that help.
I feel like at this point, Watchdog kind of glances up at Elena.
You're still human under all that fur, I think. We're all, well, most of us are all still human.
It's
We
hard to
make
tell some
mistakes.
days.
We get mad at each other. That doesn't make you any less.
Sometimes it seems the person placing expectations has forgotten their own humanness beneath the metal. Forgetting your own is not the solution here.
Okay. All right. Watchdog kind of like rubs his eyes roughly a bit, turns back around. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I guess that sort of derailed training.
No apologies are necessary. The point of training originally was for you and Calamity to work out some of your interpersonal issues. This is a start, but there's still more to go. For now, let me talk to her. See what I can do.
You're the QB.
Sometimes.
Elena looks confused because she doesn't understand that reference. What is... She just can't put the two words. It's not, she doesn't know sports. It's an American sport on top of that. Okay.
Oh, man. Take some time. Walk it off.
Got her. I think she's leaving.
Yep. Well, glad I brought the healing. Gotta go catch her.
And as Cynthia leaves, Watchdog kind of like shuffles a little bit, glancing occasionally at Elena. Sorry about that. For what it's worth, never mind. And Joe just kind of walks away.
Well, if Elena's not going to do anything.
Roxy, as she's leaving,
Yeah.
just crushes her communicator and drops it on the ground and gets on the bike.
Where are you headed?
Back to the penthouse.
Okay. I'd say Sylvia's probably like very close behind.
Yeah.
The two of you take off.
She gets in and she starts packing an overnight bag.
Ooh.
Sylvie's gonna corner her in where she's packing. She's gonna stand in the door.
Roxy just got tears coming down her face. And as she broke that communicator, I'm going to clear the condition angry because that is an important item.
Okay.
She's gonna look at Roxy, and she's not really the best at this because she's her, but she's going to say, he thinks of us as a team, and more so than anything else, he's concerned for you.
Is that really what it is? Is it not that he feels like he is insecure, and so he projects his insecurity onto us by saying mean things to Echo, by criticizing Echo, by criticizing Elena, by lashing out at me, by lashing out at Rampage? You know, I'm really fucking sick and tired of having his problems thrust upon me. And then, you know, I don't think I'm cut out for this. I think that I need to go take some time and not be a superhero. And then maybe Watchdog can feel better about himself because he can be the muscle. Because I think that's the real fucking issue here.
I
think that he sees my role as the role he wanted to take or that he feels fit for. And instead of being creative and looking at all the things that he can do, like, I don't know, super hearing, super smell, tracking, speed, claws, instead of finding a good role for himself and supporting the team and being a team player, just because he's not the star does not mean that he's not an important part of the team. But I refuse to let him project his issues onto me. It's
not
I'm done.
fair.
I'm finished with that.
That you are caring that his issues are being projected. No. But is it fair that you're using that tone with me? That you're not listening? He's concerned for you as well. He's concerned for the entire team. And as it stands, he's concerned because Rampage, though you trust her, is an unknown quantity who has committed crimes in the past.
Yes, and I said that I'm sorry, didn't realize my mistake, and I have not done anything like that since then. So,
It's learning. Yes.
Right. But if you're going to throw my mistakes in my face constantly, then I don't want to fucking be around people. Like, I just can't deal with this right now, you know?
And maybe he's worried for your family. You did go back to your place of work.
There's nothing I can do to change that right now. So if
No.
he's worried, he needs to communicate that in a functional way and not be dysfunctional towards me.
That is true. But is running here really the option to take?
You know, Echo said that she didn't think that I was cut out for this. Now Watchdog yells it at me. I'm finished with today. I'm finished with being a superhero. This is not for me.
I've lived a long time, Roxy. And out of everyone, I do believe that you have it in you to be a superhero. You want to help people. You've shown that time and time again, despite the burdens and despite the rumors that people are putting up on you.
Yeah.
But And I think in many ways, from what I've learned in my time with this team, with you, is that is something that can't be replaced in a hero, that's something that's necessary. Don't give up on this goal of yours because of this. Don't give in to something that will cause you to regret it. Despite everything, look at the people we've saved together. Look at what we've uncovered so far. There is potential for great good here, but only if we continue to work for it. If the good give up, then what's the point?
That's fine, but maybe I'm just not meant for this team.
Are you sure? With the bonds you've made, perhaps? Yes. There is the issue with Watchdog and you, and I do fully believe that it is something where it will need to be sorted out in the correct way, and it appears that the initial idea of confrontation directly with one another using violent force was not the correct choice. But
And an apology I haven't even gotten an apology. He's like, I was joking. Like, that's not an apology. So I just can't help but feel like I'm not being respected. And I don't want to deal with that anymore. So I'm going to go to my brother's house and stay there for a few days.
And what if the team needs you? What if we need you to help track down Elena again?
You know the number there.
But are you going to respond?
You can just tell Tony that it's urgent, and then I will respond.
Doesn't that put Tony in increased danger?
Tony knows.
If we involve him in our business?
Yeah, but he already knows. It's not like I'm asking him to go.
But he has a connection.
Sure.
And we don't want to see your family harmed. They're good people.
That's true, but I need a few days without this.
Just don't shut us out, Roxy. Despite what you think, the team does need you.
I don't think that you don't need me. I just think that maybe I'm a bigger liability than I am help.
I don't think you're a liability, Roxy.
And maybe Watchdog is right. Maybe he would be better off being the muscle. Why don't you all try that without me for a few days and let me know how that goes?
I think we each have our roles, and not everyone is. We're learning to fit into them. And I do believe that this team will be missing something without you.
What do you want from me right now? Like, I just don't know what I can do to make everybody happy.
I don't want you to give up on yourself or the team. I don't want you.
Sure. When somebody has something valuable or sees some value in me, I'd be happy to come back. But for now, I need to go.
Sylvia will step aside, and she said, I stepped in because I saw something valuable in you both.
Sure. I just feel like I get blamed when he sat there and said some just really unforgivable things about me.
And Echo is speaking with him,
Sure.
but I think you both still need to sit down and talk without fists, without violence.
I don't have anything to say to Watchdog. I said what I needed to say.
Sylvie won't stand in the way, but
I appreciate you coming. And when I'm feeling a little better, I can come back and talk to you. But right now, I just need some space from everything.
I don't know what, like, if Sylvie actually has a response to that.
I'm feeling like I don't belong in the superhero world, and that's not, and there's just no point to continuing to try to fit into a world that I don't belong in, you know? So.
I understand feeling like you don't belong.
I've done enough harm and enough damage that I don't need to continue. That's just how I feel. And you know, maybe I'll feel better tomorrow. Maybe I won't, but I think that y'all can come to dinner and we can just try to be friends, and it'll be nice to have some space from Watchdog, and you know, maybe we can just have some fun.
I think Sylvie realizes dinner is an option. They're like still on the table and is so concerned right now. And it's like,
we can talk tomorrow, maybe before dinner or maybe after dinner. And then Watchdog doesn't need to be there. And so I don't have to go crazy and throw him out the window. I mean, not that I have to throw him out the window unless he says something really out of line, but he said he was busy, so it's fine.
I think Sylvie's just still processing dinner tomorrow and just how terrible.
She's having a mini panic attack.
Yeah,
like...
and just like realizing, oh God.
We have to try and pretend that everything's fine.
Yeah. Because I think this is really affecting Sylvie too, that Roxy's leaving or potentially leaving, and she doesn't know how to process that either.
Yeah.
So
Welcome to humanity.
yeah.
Processing emotion.
All this guilt and
see.
insecurity and hopelessness.
Yeah.
Roxy's feeling a lot of negative feelings at once.
Mhm.
I'm sorry I threw you, though. I didn't mean to throw you into the car, and I'm sorry I yelled at you. I'm just I'm tired. I'm tired of Watchdog not feeling like he's enough and him putting that onto other people, because I've seen him do it 4 separate times so far. And then when I try to call him out on it, he gets angry at me and then lashes out, and that's okay if he's angry, but you don't get to lash out at people like that.
I think you had a healthier upbringing than many of us in terms of processing emotions, Watchdog included.
That's a good point. But just because we had bad childhoods does not excuse not doing the work on healing ourselves as adults.
I'm wondering if Watchdog truly knows how
Well,
to take those steps.
I did offer to take him to Grandpa Les to have a good talk, and he did not like that idea. So I don't know what else to do.
I think we start with smaller steps. Going to Grandpa Les is displaying an increased vulnerability and potentially his other identity, which is a particular vulnerability for Watchdog.
I don't think Grandpa Les would be weirded out by a werewolf, but maybe Watchdog doesn't want to talk about his childhood with Grandpa Les. Although I heard that there's confidentiality stuff with therapists, so he wouldn't have to tell us. It could be private.
I do believe that would be for the best, but I'll admit that I do understand Watchdog's need for privacy in some settings and his desire to keep things in his past more private.
That's fine. He acts like I was prying. I asked one time what his job was. One time. That's it. Like, okay, maybe twice, but it's normal to ask questions about your people in your lives. So,
It is, but I'm wondering if there's some things there that
it's fine
he's
for him
not-
to say no. I didn't get mad that he said no. He acts like I made it a big deal.
I think it's more so he feels guilty that he can't tell you, or he feels like you're searching for answers.
Again, these are his issues, not my issues. You know, he said no, or he said he wasn't going to answer it, and I let it go.
True, but sometimes a little empathy helps us move forward through these situations.
Empathy. Okay, sure.
Above the table, that might be Tess using the wrong word.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm not. She's just like, sure, empathy, and
Granted, this is coming from Sylvie too, so
yeah.
Sylvie's
She's trying to
advice.
communicate that
Eden.
like there's empathy, but there's also like you need to
Yeah.
set boundaries when there's behavior
Yeah,
that's like
no.
not that's feeling like not
No.
great.
I understand.
He seems to be taking everything in a negative light, and that's something that he needs to talk to me about and communicate clearly in a mature way. But here's the thing, right? Having trauma and stuff, having a bad upbringing, that doesn't excuse you hurting other people. You lashing out. Like, those are not good excuses, right? It's an explanation, but it's not an excuse. You really need to resolve those issues so you're not hurting other people, because that's not fair to hurt other people just because you was hurt. You know what I'm saying?
I understand what you are saying, yes. And I think you both are coming from the same root. Neither of you wants the other to hurt other people. It's just one is a physical hurt and the other's an emotional hurt.
Sure. And mostly when I'm doing it, it's an accident. But
And
when
you're saying-
he's lashing out at people, that's on purpose. It's not an accident to say mean things to people.
Things can slip in the heat of the moment.
Sure. But you still need to take accountability for that. And apologize. You know, I think that he felt like I was saying mean things to him. when I was really just saying, right now you're cranky because, Rampage hurt you, but like you don't need to be snapping at her. And maybe I could have said that a little better, but he took that as an attack on him. But if he's not willing to communicate these things openly and try to figure that communication out and just makes assumptions about things or takes things in a negative light, I can't help him. I can't read minds. I'm not Echo. I can't read people's minds.
I don't know if Sylvie actually has a response to that at all. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm also like on the verge of like brain fog. So
Yeah, it's all good. She's just saying that she doesn't know how to help him if he's not willing to have
no,
an
I
open
understand what
discussion
she's saying. I don't
and
think
reflect on things.
Sylvie really has a way to rebuttal that though. So
I feel like it's just one of those moments where you're just left with that, and then throughout this whole conversation, Roxy's been packing a bag, and when you don't have an immediate response, she just kind of like shoulders the bag and walks out.
Yeah. She says, I'm sorry that I unintentionally hurt you. I didn't mean to throw you. And I hope that you're not hurt, that I need to take some space, but I'm going to go stay with my brother for a few days.
Sylvie lets it go.
Okay.
She doesn't really have a response.
I'd say probably at this point is when Echo finishes up talking to Watchdog. So what you probably, as you're headed back to your bike, see the broken communicator on the ground. What are you going to do?
Echo kind of just picks it up and looks at it. Puts it away. On her person somewhere.
Comic book physics.
Yeah, hammer space.
Yeah.
Pockets.
Elena, do you know what your plans are for tonight?
Well, first I will need a ride home, I think.
I am more than happy to give you a ride home.
Or to the penthouse. Maybe.
I just need to know where I'm driving you. Obviously, you're welcome to stay with me if you'd like.
Let's stay there tonight, and maybe if
Okay.
Roxy's home, maybe she probably went to her mother's or Tony's or something. But
yeah.
I wonder if we're still having dinner tomorrow.
I'm wondering if we even should consider that as a possibility. That's maybe not a good idea.
We'll go see if she's home. If she's not there, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, thank you for helping me with Watchdog.
This was not the day of training I had envisioned.
No. How about this? We'll see if Roxy's home. And if she isn't, and you're feeling like it, we could do some small-scale practice.
That would be good.
Yeah. Work on some fine motor control. It's not a junkyard, but it's something good to know.
Fine
Right.
control. That seems difficult.
It is, I'm not gonna lie. But doing things small sometimes means when you do them bigger, it's more effective. But for now, let's just head back. I have a feeling the next few days are going to be interesting.
Awkward.
That's a better word for it, yes. And she'll get on the bike and wait for Elena to get on the back.
Yeah.
You can head off now. I feel like this is a good point to stop, but I know that sometimes breaking an intense emotional state can be rough to get back to. So is there anything else, any specific scenes people would like to play out now that they feel wouldn't be as effective if we had to wait until next week for?
I did want to cover getting back to the penthouse and seeing that Roxy is not there.
Okay. We can do that. Anything else, or is that it?
I have something in mind, but I feel like it'd probably be better saved for next time, considering it's probably gonna go for a bit.
Okay. As long as you're okay waiting. Okay, so the two of you can get back to the penthouse, and by this point, Roxy has already left. So I imagine what would Sylvia do? I feel like she's probably just still standing next to
Sylvia.
Roxy's
I
room.
would say the entire penthouse is covered in thorny plants, like upstairs, like any plant that is in there. Like she's clearly upset. Like,
Has this happened before?
I don't think you've seen Sylvia this upset before.
Okay. Has she done this on like a smaller, like, is plants growing thorns a thing that I would have seen before?
I think like slightly, like when she was irritated or something, you've seen her like make
But,
someone like at a party or something, make someone like a flower near them, like spike them or something. But like,
Okay.
this is a very extreme version of that.
Yeah. And I'm just wondering if it'd be feasible that Cynthia would be able to extrapolate that this is Sylvia not being very happy.
Yeah.
Something is wrong here.
Yeah.
Opens the door and is like, okay.
Those plants aren't supposed to have thorns.
Not usually.
They're like sunflowers with like big ass thorns, like curling.
Echo's apartment is full of daffodils, usually.
Everything's turned black.
Is that
Like
Yeah,
it's
but
still very
angry?
much alive, but it's like beautiful black velvet flowers.
Yeah.
Vines everywhere.
This situation, at least nothing has poison tips on it.
There's belladonna in the
considerate of,
toilet. What is
humans.
this?
When they get in the door,
And
Cynthia's gonna
oh.
pretty much just announce that they're home, so to not.
I think Sylvie
Surprise.
is in her room, will yell, or like you can hear the distress in her voice, and she yells that Roxy went home to Tony, and then we'll say something along the lines of she's still talking about dinner tomorrow. But like the door itself is completely covered in plants and stuff you can't get through.
Okay. I think Cynthia's gonna go like up as close to the door as she can get.
Yeah, Elena will just go right to it. Do you want to talk or do you want to be left alone? I would knock, but your door scares me.
This door is scary now.
Sylvie, I think, will respond back, alone, please, in kind of a dejected manner, I think.
Okay. If you change your mind, let us know. And Echo's going to probably retreat to the far side of the penthouse just to give her space.
Oh, yeah. Away from the plants.
Yeah. Well, looks like it's us tonight.
Yeah.
Roxy's, I think it's probably better to give her a little time to cool off.
It's dinner is still on, I guess. We will see her then.
Oh boy, I don't even. Sylvia says it is. I trust Sylvia to be honest about that.
I haven't told Natalie, so maybe we'll bring her and that will make it less awkward.
I don't think that's gonna be the result of that. But I mean, you're certainly welcome to try.
Tell Natalie, try and bring Hecate. It'll be fine.
Oh,
Both moms and Butler.
But the DeMarco crime syndicate, would Natalie be caught dead seen with them in a friendly manner that's not in public? Because it's a crime syndicate.
But they're so friendly and well adjusted.
but they're nice mobsters.
Oh my god.
Sylvia talks very well of them.
When they're on the far side, Cynthia is gonna be like, "You still up for a small scale practice?
Sure,
Would you mind if I copied your power?"
go for it. She'll offer a hand.
Sort of like hold her hand real quick and just copy it. All right. I'm gonna say we go down to the base for this one because I want to give Sylvia space, and also there's flowers that thorns all over the place here.
Scary flowers.
Scary flowers, yes.
Flowers.
So goes
Venus
back down to the
flytraps
base,
everywhere.
and we've got a bunch of random crap down there, but that would be okay. So increasing gravity, decreasing gravity, potentially catching things. Let's start with seeing if we can make small localized fields. And depending on how much of the training you want to play out, it either goes along like that or I have more things in mind.
Yeah, just kind of goes along like that.
So kind of just
Making-
working out the
Tiny little bubbles of no
Yeah.
gravity, of extra gravity, instead of focusing it on a thing. It's just a space.
areas. Also focusing it on things eventually. Throwing something and trying to catch it in like a gravity well to bring it down.
Or slowing it down, like Watchdog
Yeah.
suggested.
Yeah, like maybe like creating a straight line of like slightly increased
Speed
gravity.
tube.
So it, accidentally slingshot something to a wall at one point.
It's fine. That's fine.
Fine.
It's a vol. That happens a lot.
But yeah, training. At some point before the end of the day, Echo is probably going to go and track down Hecate again to get her powers back. But
Easy enough to
yeah.
do. Yeah. It's
Elena
not an
goes
issue
to
to
sleep in
coordinate.
Roxy's room.
Oh,
Okay.
She's mad, but she's not sure who she's mad at yet.
Angie.
Elena's
at the
mad.
whole thing. Well, she's been angry this whole time. That's the condition she's had since I disappeared.
Oh yeah.
I gathered a couple other conditions since then, but that's the one I kept.
Oof.
Okay. Well, that brings us to the end of our session. Okay,
Ta-da!
so yeah, who would like to think
For the
about the end of
record,
session question?
no actual bad feelings here. Joe's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
not. Joe is emotionally constipated beyond belief.
No, I know.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I was like,
No, it
do
was
we
the
need-
drama was excellent.
Do we need to, like-
my emotions are like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, like, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay, are we gonna need to take some time to like decompress now?
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, we
I
can do
told you I
that.
came here to make y'all cry. I'm just winding up.
We can do
I
that
love it.
after we take care of
meeting.
the questions. So does anyone have? I feel like most people are gonna be like, I grew away from the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I may start, because
Sure.
I'm not growing away from the team.
Whoa.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say I grow
The
into my
turntables.
own image. Because despite the fact that Cynthia's role failed, Joe's
Well.
kind of realizing Roxy's right. And
Those were
he's
good words.
starting to realize the fact that he's just kind of shit at expressing himself. So I think I'm going to shift definitely mundane down. I'm not certain what's up. Maybe danger? No, that's more like physical threat.
Maybe superior because Roxy thinks that Watchdog is being
Superior.
acting like kind of a shit.
I don't know that. she
Or
thinks he's
freak
superior,
because
but yeah, that,
like
that works,
unique
makes
and
sense.
powerful.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I could see freak, yeah.
Yeah, shifting into your power and understanding that.
Yeah, okay. We'll say mundane down, freak up. And I think that's the only thing I do. Let me double check.
Yes, yeah.
Mhm.
Just explain how you see yourself and why, and then shift one
Yeah.
label up and another down.
I really gotta do a mask moment at some point and get my danger and mundane switched around because I'm gonna need this mundane.
Hey.
No mundane for you.
It'll be fine for
Alright.
next session. I'll go next. Unfortunately, Sylvie definitely grew away from the team. And unfortunately, that's on Roxy because she said that she felt like no one found her important. And Sylvie finds her team very important.
Mhm.
And the fact that Roxy doesn't see that really shook her. So,
Roxy no longer has influence over Sylvia.
Mhm.
Ooh.
I'm also gonna say grow away from the team, and unfortunately also Roxy, because Elena knows she accidentally hurt Valkyrie. She didn't mean to, but she did also beat the shit out of Watchdog, and Elena considers Watchdog a good friend.
Okay. So Roxy no longer has influence over Elena either.
Mhm.
Potential. My
Mhm.
damn potential.
So is Roxy or
Ah.
Cynthia next?
Depends on if you want to end it on a good note or a not good note.
It's all gonna be a bad note.
Bad notes all the way down.
Yeah, Roxy definitely feels farther away from the team. Like she's legitimately thinking about quitting, moving out of like Cynthia's. Like she's kind of reached a breaking point of like feeling like everybody's like, you're just a liability, you're a problem. And so she's like, let's remove the problem. So she's legitimately thinking about like quitting. That's a very real thing that Roxy feels right now, especially because nobody wanted to like stick up for her. And the fact that he was sitting there and just saying all kinds of like not very nicer. He was weaponizing some of those things against her. Were some of those things true? Yes. Roxy made some errors, but she also doesn't need them like thrown in her face multiple times by multiple people. And she feels like that's what's happening. Like she's getting scolded and blamed. And like, so she's going away from the team. And honestly, if she could, she'd take away everybody's influence right now.
I think we know whose influence is going away,
But
you
it's
don't
gonna
have to
be it's gonna be Watchdog.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
loses
yeah.
his influence on Roxy.
Okay.
I still have it as Joe.
Until
It's gonna be
he pulls
so
up in
awkward.
in the same car as
my
Watchdog.
Oh, no.
Causes an absolute scene at Mama DeMarco's house. Wow.
It's the worst that
Les
could
will be there
happen.
to be fair, so no pressure, Charlie.
Charlie's face. Not only am I introducing this like NPC we've mentioned so long and have never seen on camera, but he's also going to be like a
vital NPC.
extreme negotiator over dinner party drama.
Yep. Sorry, Roxy's had a dramatic episode.
I mean, it's fair.
It was fun though.
It
Yeah.
was.
Possibly counter at 2-0. Cynthia grew closer to the team.
What?
Because she feels like she really fucked up by suggesting they fight it out, but she was really happy that Watchdog listened to her, that Valkyrie helped with Calamity, and that Elena stuck with her despite the shit show that just went down. She's not particularly happy that Roxy left, but that's
Not
fair.
happy with the outcome, but
yeah, think she probably has some thoughts about Roxy also says mean things to Watchdog and doesn't see them as mean, but they are sometimes. So I think she's kind of like, I don't understand why this is. Anyways. So
You
yeah.
can't let them grow up an only child.
I mean, that's also Cynthia. Well, no,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
don't
Cynthia.
think
Cynthia's a
Roxy's-
sister.
Sees them as mean. She's like the whole.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I'm-
gonna rip off your arm. That was more of like a what's the limit of testing our power? Like that was a legitimate question. Of like,
no,
are we
it's
going-
more like the stuff where it's like do a lot of direct insults to his face and just like saying she's gonna throw him in the junkyard even though he says no, and insisting that it's, or like pushing on like the date thing even though he's clearly uncomfortable with it, that kind of stuff.
Oh, she was actually just asking about throwing him in the junk. She never threatened to throw him in the junkyard.
It's maybe more of a tonal thing because it doesn't seem that way.
Maybe.
That also might just be me, but
Nah.
I am going to say agriculture the team, and I am specifically going to say with in this case we're going to say Sylvia because she really helped out by going after Roxy, and that where because Cynthia can't be everywhere at once.
Yeah.
So she really appreciated that.
Okay, Sylvia, which of Cynthia's
yeah,
labels would you like
what
to
am
shift
I?
up? And which would you like to shift down?
Hmm.
And is Cynthia
I
going to clear
think-
condition or mark potential?
Cynthia has no conditions, so we're going to mark potential, and I have
Potential again.
hit my track. So
Okay.
I'll let you know what I decide on that.
She's shifting savior up and danger down.
Yeah, that works. Any particular reason why?
I feel like Sylvia sees that she stepped in when things were getting particularly bad and dangerous and did do her best to try and find the best path out of the situation. And she was at Sylvia's side immediately to heal if necessary. So
That is true. Yeah, I think I had kind of a panic moment when that happened. Like, wasn't supposed to go this way.
Okay. Whew. Well, we have some decompressing to go do.
yes.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed it and lived off the drama. I don't know.
I had fun.
We'll see how dinner goes, how dinner party goes next week.
Yeah, that'll
and
be interesting.
if some certain things get revealed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
On multiple fronts. So have an excellent time of it, and we'll see you here next week. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the moment.